Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish, Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowl Metrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By TD Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowl Metrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, live from Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Welcome to the 2026 SYC Connecticut. Presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships.
All right, and we are back, and we've got half a mic. Now we got a full mic.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the SYC Connecticut. This is round number 2. We are live from Nutmeg Bowl, Buddy's Pro Shop, huge sponsor of the event.
Yep.
Shout out to the Forey team, Chris Forey and Janine, and Christian is bowling. They're all out here, so we're super excited to be in Connecticut. And this is round number 2. We're back. Let me turn around the camera.
No more deliveries, please. Practice is over.
We're good?
I don't know. I touched the button I told you not to touch.
Oh my god.
I know. All right, can you still hear?
I can hear you fine.
All right. Well, we'll see. Mike,
All right, let's
what?
give a big round of applause.
Oh, we're
for high
finishing up.
scores in
Well,
round number 2. Good luck, everyone. Make sure you touch your scoring monitor to get your lanes to come on and your arrows to come up. All right, good luck.
so
and good
Mike,
bowling.
you have the lane pattern over there. What do we got going on?
So today's medium pattern, 42 feet, which is 3 feet longer than this morning. 3.53 to 1, just a little more shape in the pattern. The volume is 29.5, which has just a skosh more oil than we had this morning by about maybe 0.9 units. So the shape is very close to what you saw this morning. A little bit wider, so you might see some players go through the fronts a little bit further toward the gutter, but it's also narrower at the down lane portion. So this is going to be kind of like a track shot like we saw this morning with maybe slightly stronger bowling ball. But it should be, we had high scores this morning. The winners of every division averaged over 200. That includes the U12 boys and the U12 girls. I don't know if we've ever had that before, but that
It was unreal, yeah.
was pretty impressive. And then, yep, so I expect scores to be high again today on this pattern.
Yeah, I think we were talking to Chris Forey, who knows this house really well, and we observed that the track definitely hooks here. And, yeah, scores were high this morning, which was kind of cool to see.
Yep. And we are currently watching a combination of U12 and U15 girls.
Yeah, let's. I do have the names of
Go
all the
through the
bowlers.
bio.
Yeah, let's do this. So we have on 3738, we have Aria
Wooly.
Boley, okay. Alexandra Boutros,
Yes.
Stevie Newton,
Yeah.
Emily Beardsley, Daisy Newton, and Ariana Olivier. And yes, Stevie and Daisy are sisters.
Yes, they are.
And then just to the right on 39 and 40, we have Nora Rowe, Bailey Thompson, Cynthia Freeman, Gabby Jackson, Olivia Schell, and Callie Ruskberger. And I am going to pull up some bios.
Let's see.
Daisy is from Hanover, PA. Hey, you know where she bowls?
Lanes Fort Meade sometimes.
She claims the lanes of Fort Meads as her favorite practice center.
Nice. Well, they do drive the way to practice.
Her favorite thing outside of bowling is math. And she is just thankful to her parents for being here. And who do we got? We got Stevie Newton, also Hanover, PA. Lanes at Fort Meade. She got third place at Junior Gold. She bowled on TV. Likes hanging out with her friends, binging TV shows and listening to music. Wants to say hello to Grandma and Grandpa. And Stevie supplies Leanne with dad jokes.
Yes, she
so
does.
Stevie and I need to chat about this dad joke obsession.
Yes. There's some good dad jokes. There's been some really good dad jokes.
Yeah, she had a good one, but still.
And Stevie is an 11-time SYC champion.
Oh, and okay, so here's Ariana Oliveira, is how you say that. Oliveira. She's from Beacon Falls, Connecticut, bowls at Nutmeg. She is 12 years old. She's not 12 years old anymore. She's a little older. This was from 2025, so she's probably 13 years old. Second SYC. She was the 2024 U12 Connecticut State Pepsi champion. She loves beach vacations, and luckily for her, she didn't miss a beach vacation this weekend.
That's right.
Because it's raining outside.
Yes.
She's coached by Chris Forey, so always shout out to him, and loves her Nutmeg family. Aria has some fans in the chat.
Excellent.
They are giving some shout outs. And we also got Sharonda Struthers in the chat.
Very nice.
Hello, Ms. Struthers, Mom, as we like to refer to you as. Kai bowled good.
Yep.
Kai got a medal.
Yep.
Kai's graduating. Or graduated, I think. He graduated high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, these kids grow up on us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He, I think I saw he's going to Lawrence Tech.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mom. I just, we got to know what Popcorn's up to next.
Yeah.
So, all right, here's Aria. She is from Frederick, Maryland.
Frederick, Maryland.
She bowls at AMF Woodlawn and Fort Meade.
Yes, she does.
She is proud to be the 2025 Maryland Pepsi champion.
Yes.
She loves to get to travel and bowl in different cities. She loves to bake and cook. She does Mathlete Club. She likes to swim, read, hang out with friends, sing, and she loves to bowl. And she would like to say hello to her coach, Bobby, her favorite pro shop guy, Mr. John. What? Not Mr. Mike?
Nope.
All right. And also coaches Kia and Mike for their support.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, we got some good ball drillers in the Maryland,
do.
Baltimore area.
This East Coast, there's lots of great pro
and
shops.
she's out in Frederick. That's almost an hour away. So she
Okay.
drives an hour to bowl on Saturday mornings, and she drives, or she doesn't, her mom drives an hour to bowl on Monday nights in my junior golf program.
Nice.
Yep. And she just had the vaunted growth spurt, so now she can get the ball down the lane with some speed, some oomph behind it. So it's fun to watch. It's a struggle with the growth spurts, you know, when we figure out they're coming, but watching them develop and having that extra is a lot of fun. So.
I love it. Andrew Taggart says, "Wish we were there. We miss you guys." Goody says, "Hope we had a good lunch." We did have a good lunch. We ate at Nutmeg. It was delicious.
Yep. I had a patty melt. Blair had a chicken wrap. It was good food.
Buffalo
really
chicken
good
wrap.
food. Their fries were awesome. I do judge a bowling center by their French fries.
Their fries are good.
Their fries are good. Their fries make me almost want to change my fries at my bowling center.
Aria's starting to get this bowling thing, isn't she? I like it.
Yep. She got a little taller. She got a little stronger.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Well, she's got something going.
Oh, I missed Emily. Emily, did you fill out a bio? Aha, we do. Emily. She's from East Greenbush, New York. 14 years old. First SYC. She bowled her first 300 on string pins during her varsity high school match shortly after turning 14.
Very nice.
She is currently bowling with a stress fracture in her lower back.
Yeehaw!
All right, Emily.
Wow.
Ow. She's doing. I would not have guessed that.
No, she throws it great.
Wants to say hello to everyone back home that's cheering her on. With a stress fracture. Ouch.
Big ouch.
I think I missed this little one too. What's her name? C. Alexandra. Alexandra Boutros from Upper Saddle River, New Jersey.
Okay.
Bowls at Lodi Lanes.
Nice.
12 years old, first SYC. She won the 2026 U12 New Jersey State Scratch Division. She loves Harry Potter books, my girl, and roller coasters.
Nice.
It's awesome, and she wants to say hello to all her family watching.
Nice bear.
Nice bear. Yeah. Sharonda says, ouch. Yeah, that's what we're saying over here.
Yeah, like,
Man.
and you're bowling?
Good to see you, Rick. Rick is in the chat. Says, great to hear us.
Nice. Thanks for tuning in.
I've wrapped my... Okay, I fixed my headset. I wrapped my headset around myself. Good shot,
Nice shot, Stevie. I like the U12 and U15 division because they're just, even though they're in competition, they're still friends.
They really are.
They go over and talk to each other, and they run in packs. When we were coming through doing scores, there was one pair I go to, and there's only the bowlers on the lane, and nobody else is around. And I'm like, where is everybody? And they're all 2 lanes over, just all, talking.
It's true. Yeah, they all bond very quickly, which is very fun to watch. Let's see what else we have. I was seeing if we have any other bios here. Nora Rowe. She is from Palmyra, New York. Bowls at Doug Kent's Rose Bowl Lanes.
Okay.
She won the New York State Pepsi Championships in 2025.
Nice.
That was a good shot by Nora. She's over on 39. She also plays softball, plays trombone, and is involved in a local 4-H club. Wants to say hi to grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. You know who started coaching at Doug Kent's Rose Bowl Lanes?
Wow. Okay.
Do you know who started? No, not her.
Oh.
Do you know who started coaching?
I do not.
Her last name is Kent.
There's so many Kents.
Natalie Kent.
Kent? Yeah.
Natalie I saw her post. She is starting to do lessons, which is so fun.
Very nice.
Yeah. Natalie used to bowl the SYCs.
Yep.
Now she's a Vandy grad, I think. I think she just graduated, or maybe she graduates next year. She graduates next year.
Okay.
I'm aging her. Or maybe she graduates. Did she graduate?
I'm not sure.
I lose track of them. Cynthia Freeman is from Somers, Connecticut. Bowls at Nutmeg. 15. She's on line 39. She finished 17th at Junior Gold in 2025 and won her first DJBT 2 months later. She can play the bagpipes and she's super smart. She wants to say hello to her coach, Chris Forey, mom in Las Vegas right now, and bowling family.
Very nice.
I wonder if her mom is bowling in Las Vegas.
That's what I'm betting.
That's right?
You got a bowling family. You got nationals going on in Reno and
Yep.
the women's nationals in Vegas.
These girls' games are so good.
Yeah.
Coaches, if you're watching, there's a lot
Yeah.
of good talent out here. 3-6-10. That's a nemesis for some.
Well, shows you how much friction there is there too, because on release I'm like, that needs to hook, and then
It did hook.
It did all by itself. And she's got something larger than a squishy pretzel.
Peanuts.
A peanut. Hi, Peanut.
For those watching that were with us this morning, there was a lost toy in the live stream booth.
Absolutely.
And the lost toy is now my friend. He's a squishy peanut.
Squishy peanut.
These squishables are like a huge deal. It used to be the squishmallows that were like stuffed, but now we've moved on to just squishy things like foam.
Yeah, I've seen the squishy sticks of butter.
Yeah.
First time I saw those last weekend.
Then we saw them again this week.
Yep.
It's very addictive.
Let's see what Aria has. Oh!
Her ankle is so tight. I saw her throw that last shot there. Now she could like inch a little move. Tiny bit. Not too much. She's so close.
But if you've seen video of Aria 1 year ago, she's
totally
about
different.
8 inches shorter, about a whole lot more frail.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's little. She went from little to a young lady very
yes,
quick.
she is.
I love it. Well, and they get strong. Like these girls are just. They see the older girls, the college bowlers, working out and posting about working out, and they start working out, and they get stronger real quick. All right, out of trouble.
Yeah, got the 10 out. Clutch move.
So when you're working with the bowlers that are closer to, I'm looking at her name. I already forgot. Sorry. Alexandra on 37, right? She's 12.
Mm-hmm.
The ball looks like it weighs more than her.
Yes.
What do you tell parents? At that age, that her fundamentals are great.
And that's exactly what you work on. You work on making sure there's, in their approach, their balance, that the ball is swinging, that they're not trying to guide that much weight, and that if their timing is good and their balance finish like that, which is awesome,
yeah,
you can handle this, a little bit easier. We also check the fit constantly because at this age, their hand is changing sizes. Um, you know, when they get taller, their fingers, their flexibility changes. The other thing, one of the first signs of a growth spurt in a youth bowler is fouling. Just all of a sudden, out of the blue, they'll foul, and you go, "Where'd that come from?" And then, "Where'd that come from?" It's like, that's called a growth spurt.
Yeah.
We're fouling into the growth spurt. It's like, okay, so it is a different thing. But basically, a nice stable approach, head and shoulders over your hips. You know, a swing that lets the ball swing, not you try to guide it, and then a balanced finish, and then you just wait for the growth spurts in the development. You do not need to rush a bowler into a 15-pound ball or even a 14-pound ball at the age of 12. Let their growth be the guide. That can be expensive from a parent's point of view. That can be expensive, but a lot of the developmental youth programs, when kids grow, they leave behind their 13-pound ball or their 12-pound ball. And with that, being left behind, we can defray the cost. I have a storage area that has a bunch of bowling balls that are already drilled up, that have been gifted from previous athletes, and we can transfer them out. So
Yeah, I love that.
she's got a nice ball roll.
She really does. Yeah.
Might not be totally playing the right part of the lane, but her ball roll is really good.
Which at this age, letting them get out there and get experience, and she's bowling with Daisy and Stevie Newton, who both have SYC titles. Stevie has a few
Yes,
to her
Stevie
name.
is like 11.
Yeah.
I don't think Daisy has a title yet.
Oh, she doesn't?
No, I think she's due.
She's medaled.
Yeah, she's
well,
medaled a ton.
You know who that worked for is I predicted the Nolan Randisi one in Texas because I added a Randisi because we did digital banners, and then Nolan won, and I was like, I already knew because I already put a Randisi out there because I know you need a banner out there. So Daisy, I may have just predicted a title for you. There you go. You're welcome.
Yep. Stevie Newton's string ends at 3. Came up a little light. Looking down the house, I am seeing a couple strings and strikes, but nothing like we saw this morning.
No.
All right, nice pair.
Yeah, this morning was high scoring.
And to be honest, for an SYC, high scoring and the short pattern are two things that don't usually go together.
Absolutely. It is odd for us.
And they finished 20 minutes earlier than usual.
Yeah. Which was fun. They got to go off and have some lunch.
Nice shot on 39. So it looks like early in these games, everybody seems to have one unfortunate shot. That's usually coming from searching out the lanes and trying to figure out, exactly where to play and what the boundaries are. How far can I throw it out? That kind of.
Good pickup.
Nice pair. Yeah.
3, 6, 9, 10 might as well be a split.
Yep.
It's a tough one. Got Jerry Weems. Jerry, I think Joss skipped our pair, or is he coming?
He's coming.
Okay, he'll be coming.
Probably game 3 or game 4.
All right, him and Kai, I think, are close by each other, so. All right, let's see if Alexandra, if Is she using a spirit ball? I was gonna say let's see if she could slide it over. Oh no, she's using her strike ball. Slide this over. One
Got it in
time.
the oh.
Oh, so close.
Off by maybe an inch.
Her spare shooting's on point though.
Ah. Well, once again, you watch her approach to the foul line. Nice balanced finish. Nice swing down the target line. I mean,
Yeah, what more do you? Oh man,
oof.
Ariana, that. She says that makes me so sad. That made us sad too.
Oh my god.
It's looking. Olivia Shell just finished up on 39. She's from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Bowls at J Lanes. 14 years old. She bowled a 201 game on KEGEL Radium last week. I've never even heard of KEGEL Radium.
Never minimum.
Yeah, well, she plays violin, plays basketball, and loves playing volleyball on roadblocks. And wants to say hello to John Hughes, hi Grandma, and Papa. Hello, everyone. Callie there gets her 10 pin. She is from Buffalo, New York, bowls at Town Edge Bowling Center. First SYC. She loves meeting new people and traveling, and she's really good at playing volleyball. Wants to say hello to her dad, Jeff.
Nice spare on lane 40 there. The 310.
Yeah, I like her release on 37.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I forgot her
Emily?
name. Emily. I like the subtle names, but sometimes I can't see them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like it.
Stealth names.
Yeah. She's like, don't say my name. It's okay. I got this.
Nice spare for Aria.
Yeah, Emily's jersey just makes me happy.
Yeah. We were talking earlier about I'm seeing a lot of strawberries on designs now.
Yeah. I just kind of like it. You know what's amazing to me? Minus the SYC jerseys that usually, like, we're in the state that they're from, you don't see a lot of repeat jerseys.
No.
There are hundreds of jersey designs on Cool Wick's website. So if you're worried that you order a jersey and someone else is going to have it, there's a low probability of that actually occurring.
Yeah, you're going to see somebody else twinning with you.
You'll have the jerseys, like I said, SYC jerseys, you'll see those. But really, other than that, and if you'll choose a player jersey, you might see those again. But if you want to be different, you can be different.
Certainly can. Hang on there.
All right. Now they're picking on my friend Alexandria here. I liked that shot. Her ball's just taking off on her a little bit.
It did. That was a good shot. Another nice shot.
These girls can bowl, Mike.
All these bowlers can bowl.
It's true.
So it looks now, I'm looking at the scores, it looks like it took about practice plus 5 frames for the shot to kind of settle down.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a couple strings of strikes, a couple of pairs over. One of the boys is on a 278 pace, 279
When
pace.
is one of the boys not on a 278 pace?
That's true, but I think we're talking U12.
Okay. I mean,
Of course, as we learned this morning, even the U12s average over 200. So the top 2 boys in U12 averaged over 200 this morning.
yeah, I feel like every game there's a boy on a 278 pace.
Yeah.
Girls too. Girls can strike.
No, they can. Girls scored high this morning as well. Every division winner was averaged over 200. spare from Aria.
Very nice spare.
Miss Jackson, nice strike. That's a 4-bagger. Gabriella Jackson, 4 in a row. 219 possibility.
There we go. Yeah. Good job, Alexandra. She's very stoic in her approach.
Hit it. All right, 8-pin for Daisy. On a double, still not bad.
Daisy had a solid round just outside of the middle stand.
Yep, sure did. Opened with a couple of 200s. Gabriella just struck again on lane 39. Wow.
That's Nora over there, right?
Yep.
Nora Rowe.
Yep.
5-bagger. Potential for 6 in the
That's
game.
Gabriella with the 5-bagger.
Oh.
Nora
Oh, she...
with the split conversion in the 10th.
Oh, I didn't see what it was.
I think it was
And
baby
then I
split with
jinxed
the sleeper.
Gabriella. Jeez. Good job, Blair.
You know, Black Cloud. There, she's back.
215 for Gabriella. Before Blair started talking about her, she could have gotten to the 220s. No, actually not. 219.
All right. Nice hit. Pretty good. So we're on pace now for 198
Nice.
on lane 38.
Ariana. It could have been a turkey, Mike. That 9, remember? Ariana and I remember.
Another nice pitch. Does it get there? Yeah, light 8. Ouch. Well, luckily 35 and 36 is not the live stream pair because the score's there. They're still
Rough.
getting adjusted to the pattern, yes.
No.
It's okay. All right, as we're finishing up game 1. Making sure I still have my pen on me so I can go do scores.
Yeah, you're getting ready to go out and do some scores. We're going to get some special guests. I think we're going to sneak Chris Forey in here at some point. I was hoping Christian would get close, but...
Let me see if I can find him.
Oh, he is close. I think we might have Chris Forey coming soon.
Okay.
Maybe game 2
Very
or game
nice.
3. Talk a little bit about buddies and what happens, all the magic.
Mm-hmm. Aria kicking the 5-pin forward.
What's your prediction for the medium pattern? High scoring or mid scoring after seeing game 1?
After seeing game 1, well, like I said, I'm starting to see some players get adjusted. I don't think it's going to meet this morning's high scores. So let's say 100 over
Okay.
will win in
Okay.
the U15 or U18 boys division. The U15 and U18 girls division, I think something in the 20 over range. And then in U12, tough to say. Nice shot, Aria.
Really nice.
Bam.
Double there.
That puts her in the 180s. Daisy Newton strikes for 194. She'll be high on the pair. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this pattern breaks down. That is going to be the determining factor in regards to the scoring pace. Oh, that's an open in the 10th. The person was on the 279 pace on like 31 and 32, open in with a split in the 10th.
Oh.
So for 230.
See that? Yeah.
By the way, we root for every single player. We have a chat group between those of us that keep score and do the tournament, and we're constantly, front 7, lane 18, front 8, lane 35. So
Absolutely.
yeah, we like when we get to see some scores. Nice shot. That's a double. Doubling into the 10th. Nice.
That's what you want to see.
Yes. Well, the best part is, and this is one of the things that you kind of, if you're coaching a youngster, or if it's your own youngster you're coaching, is watch how free and aggressive her swing is.
Absolutely.
I mean, she sets up. Watch how fast she sets up. Boom. And now, okay? And then see how free that forward swing is?
And then that arm is just loose.
Boom. Yep.
Really nice.
Yep. Let the ball's weight is doing all the swinging work. All she's doing is putting her hand in position and letting it roll off her fingers. Started that one a little further out. Almost got it back. Nice finish, though.
Yeah, great finish. 173.
3 out of the last 4 to save 173. That is pretty good.
Really nice. All right, we're going to take a short break while the bowlers are switching, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I am joined by none other than Chris Forey.
Hello, everybody.
Famous Chris Forey.
I don't know if I'm famous. I always say infamous.
Oh, okay, infamous. But Chris, you are. People know you in this bowling industry. Buddy's Pro Shop, they know Buddy's, but you yourself bowl a lot.
I do. I do.
Yeah, you have some titles to your name.
I do. I'm fortunate to be in the Connecticut State Hall of Fame. Also, the New England Bowlers Association, which is the longest running scratch tournament in USBC history. Monthly tournament. So we have a tournament a month for 65 years, I think we're on to. So outside of COVID, the whole COVID debacle.
Yeah.
So we don't count that, but outside of that, yeah, it's produced some great players. So I'm fortunate to be in that Hall of Fame, and it's I do bowl.
You bowl.
I try
you bowl
like
well.
the senior. Yeah, I wouldn't say well. I participate a lot.
All right.
I don't like to talk about my bowling game a lot.
I understand, yes. But, no, and we did brag about NEBA earlier because you guys allow youth bowlers to bowl in the tournaments now.
We do, yep. Probably for, at least 15 years now.
Yeah.
We allow the youth to do, we give them scholarship money, and I think it's a great thing. Christian, my son here, who's bowling in front of us, he bowled his first NEBA here. It was we host one here a year at Nutmeg, and he's like, I want to bowl. I know he doesn't have a chance to make the cut, but I do think it's a great experience for the kids, not only like SYC, to bowl with better competition, to get an idea of pace of play, just many different things, He learned about two-lane courtesy when he bowled it, and he loved it. He's like, when do I get to bowl the next one? So
that's cool.
I love that. It is really cool. And for me as a parent, I'm a little bit older. I'm on the senior side. It's nice to be able to bowl with share the lanes with your child too, outside of like an adult junior tournament.
Yeah. So you did mention Christian there. We see him on 37. We also got JD Barefoot, Medi Mira, Chase Rudy, Austin Stolarski, and Tyler Foley, who bowled fantastic this morning. Tyler did. I think
Tyler bowled great. I think he won the division.
He did, and I think he was plus.
He was plus. I believe like 201 average or 2-something average.
Which is amazing.
Tyler, he's bowled a couple of NEBAs. I think maybe 3 or 4. He bowled the NEBA here. He bowled the non-champs, I know, and I think last year he bowled at one of our other events. And he also bowled a couple months ago. They have like this little regional tournament up in Keene, New Hampshire, and that's when I really first met him. He was on the pair of lanes next to me, and I'm like, I went because I was supposed to coach him in the USA Bowling Tournament on a team I had, so I hadn't met him. And I went over to the people running the tournament. I go, I went to his mom. I go, because it seemed like they're fairly new to bowling. I'm like, I went to the tournament. People, like, are you paying us scholarship money? Because it was like a monthly long tournament, and they're like, oh yeah, we are. I go, oh, thank God.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
And they're like, well, he's leading. It's like, I'm gonna guess he probably won like $3,000-4,000. I mean, like the prize, or we'll say at least $2,000 in scholarship money. So, he's a great little bowler. He bowled on my USA bowling team that I coached here back in April, and I was like, wow, he's a pretty talented little kid. And first game here, he shot 230 something. He had 270 going into the 10th.
That's unreal. Oh, that was him.
That was him.
We were
looking. Like on 29 and 30 or whatever pair they just came from.
Wow.
Or 31 too. Yeah.
Okay, I would not have bet money on that. That's amazing.
Yeah, one of the parents or one of my league bowlers just said to me, "Oh, he finished with 230," which I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, in the 10th he just got in a little bit and it hooked a lot." But other than that, he was wheeling it. And
it's amazing. These kids can bowl. I'll tell you what, at a younger age. So what do you see? You do some coaching. You obviously spend some time in the shop. You work. Tell us a little bit about Buddies.
I do a little bit of. I feel like I take on too many projects.
Yeah.
So I obviously oversee everything in Buddies, but I run the store itself. Me and the young man Tyler works for me. Tyler Sudell, who also bowls NEBAs and stuff. And then for anybody who's never been here, people think, oh, Buddies is just like a pro shop. Yeah, we have a nice size store.
Yeah.
For what pro shops are. But above us, we have like a 12,000 or whatever, 15,000 square foot warehouse that covers pretty much the top of the building here. You guys got
amazing.
A tour of it.
Yeah, it's impressive.
And so I always try to say is a lot of chaos goes on, and there's 2 drillers upstairs. So people don't realize that there's 2 guys that drill upstairs. There's 2 guys, me and Tyler downstairs. We drill a lot of balls. We sell a lot. And our bowling center for league bowler count is not very high.
Okay.
We obviously have league every night,
Yeah.
but I don't consider us to be a overly busy league center.
Okay.
But we have a great location. You and I talked
Yeah,
about it the other day.
great.
We're centrally located in the New England and metropolitan area. So from New York, you can get here in an hour, and less than an hour. Within an hour. If you're in like Central Jersey, it's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we're the perfect location. We've been here 34 years now. I've been here.
Yeah.
Time flies. I started when I was 19, so.
It's amazing.
Yes, my father just shipped me up here and said, "I'm moving you to Connecticut." I'm from Pennsylvania, actually, from down where you're going to be at by Mechanicsburg, where we have a stop in November. So we're looking forward to that one too.
Yeah.
Because I'm from there, from that area, so we're excited about that. SYC also, but my father just said you're going there, and if anybody would
grown it from there.
If anybody would ever told me when I moved here at 19 that I'd be here this long, I always figured I'd only be here like 4 or 5 years, and it's a lot. It is a lot of work when you have to manage. We have 6 employees that work. Even yesterday, we had the 2 drillers were gone all day.
Right.
We had a runner running the balls upstairs, so.
And you guys were busy. Every time I went in there, I didn't snap a picture, but
it was crazy.
A line.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was very fast paced, and like I said, the drillers luckily because they don't have to talk to anybody, they can just drill.
Right.
They got everything done really quickly, but yeah, we have a unique operation that I don't think people always appreciate or understand. So when they get here, they go, "Oh, do I get?" And we take them to the warehouse. They go, "Oh my gosh! Like, look at this."
Yeah.
And I always tell people, "Yeah, well, it's a lot of work. It's a lot to maintain oversee." But let's see, my son's making a ball change, and he moved to the gutter, and I told him, "Don't do that."
And then he doesn't.
I'm going to mute for a second so I can yell.
All right, so some of the other bowlers, we see Tyler here, and also on the pair to our right, we have Christopher Thomas, Aaron Cabness, Bam Bam, Bryson Oliver, Nolan Randisi, Josh Worley, and Caden Diabro. Bam Bam has won a title, and Nolan Randisi has won a title, and Josh Worley recently won his first SYC title. So lots of SYC titleists around us. So we'll see. Nolan Randisi over there has a really tricky spare. Let's see if he can pick this up. He's going with the spare ball. Gets it. Mr. Christopher Thomas over here. Let's see if Christopher has a... He's going for his 10-pin. He does have a bio. He's from Springfield, New Jersey. Jersey Lanes. He's 12. One bowling achievement that he loves is making makeable spares and striking when he needs to. He loves to play golf. He would like to say hi to his mom, dad, puppy Snooper, and bunny Cinnabon. Also got JD. JD didn't fill out a bio, though. Josh Worley's from Denver, PA. Bowls at 222 Dutch Lanes. 11 years old. He shot 300 and averaged 200. He likes playing basketball. And, of course, he won his first SYC title. Balancing parent, coach, and pro shop operator.
Yeah, it's not. It's been a rough day.
Yeah. It happens.
It's that, Chris Prather and I were just talking about it because obviously Chris is here and we sponsor him also. And we always forget is I grew up bowling from about age 7 on, and we forget that we had the same mentality or the same bad mental thoughts and stubbornness. You can see the stubbornness in the eye roll.
Yeah. I mean, but it shows that he has passion for it.
Yeah, it does. It's just this morning I didn't get to see much to start, but I was just a short pattern.
Yeah.
And I know where you're supposed to be, approximately where you should be at. And I come out and I'm like, where are you? Why are you standing in the middle of the lane? And he's like, I'm like, this happens all the time. And the funny thing, our junior program only bowls on sport shots, and I don't put out easy ones. So I make them. I want them to bowl. I hate to say I want them to bowl bad. Right. I want them to struggle so they can learn adjustments more. So hopefully we make the spare and not chop it. All right, we're on the board. So a lot of eye roll. So I mean, he bowls and we run an adult sports singles league so the kids can bowl with that too. So Anna bowls and all that stuff, and Kylie and all these other girls, the kids that are here, they stand. He's standing left the whole time. So I'm like, how do we end up in the middle every tournament when we don't do that when we bowl in league? Or how do we migrate to the middle of the lane on a pattern that we know we shouldn't be there?
Yeah, stress does funny things.
Yeah, and I'm just like, so that was frustrating this morning. I'm like, move. And literally I told him to move, and the next shot he threw, he stood in the middle of the lane. And I'm like, what just happened? And then, and as parents, Janine, my wife, she doesn't want him to bowl bad, so she's like, help him. I'm like, I can't help him.
Right. Yeah.
And that becomes like a parental friction, and I'm like, I don't know, like I don't want to have this going on, and you also don't want to see your kids struggle. Yeah. And that's the hard part. And then just even today, like Chris Prather we were both talking to him. We're like, hey, you've gone through these other balls. We can see it's not right. Right. Try this. I hate that ball. We don't care how much you hate it. Maybe it actually will be the right ball. Yeah. Just throw a couple shots and we'll tell you if it's not the right one.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes I remember when the Bones were bowling the SYC.
Yeah, so they're my nephews. Yep.
Yes, yeah, and even when Natalie started coming out and Sydney started coming out, right? But Brandon was the funniest. He reminds me of Christian a little bit.
We always say they're like little twins.
They are. Like it's funny, but anyway, they would literally between Leslie, Doug, and Parker, they would rotate around the kids, and people would see, like, obviously everyone knows Parker Bone, right? Yeah. And you think, oh, they're so lucky that they have bowling parents. Sometimes it's not lucky. No. Sometimes you know too much, and you're like, okay, hold on.
We were junior gold in Dallas, and I happened to coach the USA bowling team. Yeah. It was Justin and Brandon and Alex Horton.
Yep, yeah. Great.
Ms. Najokas. Yep. And so we bowl this tournament, and we're at the USA bowling junior gold. It was my first junior gold, and I think Brandon had to be 13 because he just switched over to the U15 division. So Justin was like 14. And I don't know what happened one day, and I had to get separated but I was coaching Amanda Najokas. So we leave the hotel, and the boys are like, they weren't listening to the parents. Yeah. And I just finally opened the car door, and I looked at Justin and Brandon, and I go, you have a Hall of Fame dad who knows more than I'll ever know. Right. You have a mom who's
incredible. Yeah.
Incredible, exactly. Yeah. Team USA member at one point, right. Collegiate champion multiple times. Right. And then you have Uncle Doug. Yeah. So, and then you have, I hate to say I'm like as smart as those guys, but I said, but you're not listening. I said, so I'm not there, but why are you not listening to them? Yeah. So, yeah. And we ran into it last year. Junior Gold Christian, when he bowled, Brandon was there. Yeah. And Brandon came to watch him bowl every day. And we got a one-game meltdown thing where we wouldn't listen. And Brandon pulled him aside, at the end, and we sat down. And Brandon's like, I went through this, Christian. I went through it. But the guy sitting behind you is who I talk to. And I'm not trying to boast myself up.
Yeah.
He's
right.
like, that's who I call. That's who helps me. Da 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 da. And we got to this whole, and now we're stubborn going back to the other ball because we just gonna do what we want to do.
I believe there was a story where Brandon Bone ripped a jersey too at Junior Gold one year. I heard about that one.
There's just and
and a great kid. Like these are great.
Oh, and Brandon's
kids.
a great kid.
Yeah,
I think
they're awesome.
I love Brandon and Justin and Sydney like they're ours, you know. And
I mean, but I just think like sometimes other parents that aren't bowlers beat themselves up.
Oh boy. All right.
And I just remember watching Parker, who
he's the calmest guy in the world.
And I just watched him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like these kids are not listening to a Hall of Famer. And so if you're a parent that doesn't know bowling, don't beat yourself up if your kid's not listening to you, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I think in Parker's case, he is the most laid back, chill guy.
Amazing. Yeah.
You see maybe a little once in a while, like just a little rise in the temperament, but he's so calm. But it is tough. I know that you had the gentleman came and spoke about
Mike,
Mike. Yeah, sorry, I apologize from Turbo. Talked yesterday to the parents and stuff like that about being a parent / coach, and it's tough because I can watch my girls who are out here bowling, Anna and all these that we work with, Anna, Kylie, Ariana,
pretty
Cynthia,
good list,
which are really good girl players. They're all going to go to school in a Division I. They're all going to get a scholarship.
I just watched Ariana bowl, and she is awesome.
All year, 2 years, 3 years into bowling. So they're all going to be. They're going to get scholarships. They're going to do just fine. My patience level with them is so much better than it is my own child.
Right.
And it's just when it's your child, it is so much different, and it's tough because you don't want to be like that.
Yeah. And you recognize it, but there's just
it's
part
tough.
of it.
So I try to stay in the shop sometimes, but then he gets mad if I'm not watching him, and I'm watching. Yeah. And I get it. My father and I used to clash all the time when I bowled, so I get it. But it's tough to be a parent and watch.
Yeah.
And you just want I think the thing is you want, as I told somebody, you just want the best for your child.
100%. Yeah.
So.
I mean, and you guys, like, you have good kids, and sometimes you know how close they are.
We can see I think the thing is being bowlers of a higher level, and when I say that, I mean like I bowl tournaments. Yes, I have competed on the PBA level. I bowl the senior masters. I bowl these things. I've done very well.
Yeah, you have. Yes.
So I get it. So I'm not trying to boast, but so I see, and I also work with high-end players like Chris Britt. So I know what potential looks like.
Yeah.
So it'd be one thing if I'd be like, he's never going to be really good at this.
Right.
I see it.
And he loves it. Like you can tell he kind of.
He has an intensity to. He hates. He's a very great competitor.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like myself when I was 12. I didn't like to practice or put the work in on the lanes.
Yeah.
But if you told me I could go bowl a tournament,
you're it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Dad, how many tournaments we going to bowl?
Yeah. Right.
How many junior tournaments can I hit? If you said, but my dad, I tell people this. I grew up at a place called Clearview Lanes in Pennsylvania, and I lived up on the hill. I'd ride my bike down, but my father would leave a blank check at the front desk for the week or whatever it was for my brother and I to practice.
Oh, that's cool.
That check usually didn't get written out.
Yeah.
We'd ride our bike down there. We wouldn't even play video games because we couldn't afford video games. We would ride our bike down the hill. We would go in the bowling center, do the fake playing of the video games.
Yeah.
Just to be entertained, look for court. But we didn't. Yeah. But man, if it came to a Saturday, I didn't like waking up at 6 a.m. to drive to New Jersey. Right. But man, when I got there, that was best. To me, competition is
where you turn it on.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I love tournament bowling. I tell people I've been bowling tournaments fully since I was 10, and I think I pretty much bowl almost every weekend.
That's
amazing.
Yeah, and the Northeast is, you guys have great bowling up here. So, like we talked about earlier, NEBA and all the other tournaments. So.
Yeah, when I moved from Pennsylvania to here, I didn't even know what NEBA was.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't know what NEBA is.
I was a PBA member at the time, and at that time, NEBA had a rule that if you were a PBA member, you couldn't bowl NEBA.
Okay.
So, since then, they have changed that. That's why Packy has bowled, or Anthony Pepe's, and people have popped in, Matt O'Grady's. But when I finally got to bowl NEBA, it became like a lifeline of like, oh my God, I get to bowl. And you get to bowl with the really great players, Alex Aguirre. I could name off a bunch of them, but who are great amateur players in the country. So it's And when my father got sick before he passed away, over 20-some years ago, my brother said, "Oh, you're going to move back home?" Because we had like 7 shops at the time.
Okay.
And my father said, where is it best to live where you can bowl the most?
Yeah.
And I'm like, where I'm at. And so my father's like, that's where you stay. And then he passed away. But it's truly the smartest thing was to stay here because besides NEBA, like you said, you can find almost anything. And I'm near so many airports, I can fly anywhere.
Yeah.
It's the opportunities are so good right here.
Yeah, so we were talking a little bit earlier about buddies. Now, you are an online store. We have the commercial. We haven't played it yet, but we will play it this afternoon. We had a weird, sometimes our live stream pair gets off where one pair never stops, and that's what happened this morning because one got done quick.
Yeah, I got you.
So we didn't have breaks, but we're going to play it this afternoon. But tell us about if someone wants to get a bowling ball drilled at Buddy's, what's the process?
Yeah, I mean, so a couple of things. The simplest one is if you have a spec sheet and it's accurate, you just send it into it. You just email it into drillers@buddiesproshop.com or to myself, Chris at buddiesproshop.com. I always tell people the simplest thing: click on the contact button. The emails are there. It explains what to do. The biggest service we have, and it'll be the ad you run, is a service we call Get My Specs. Oh, get up the hill. All right, we got one.
We got a strike.
We got one. We have a service called Get My Specs. I think we've been doing it for about 8 years now. And it's pretty simple. I mean, a lot of folks, I think we take it for granted here in the Northeast. You can go to, there's pro shops everywhere or certain parts of the country. But there are lots of other rural areas where they got to drive an hour and a half to find a pro shop, and the pro shop might not be open. So this Get My Spec service, currently it's $50. I do know the price will be going up at some point here. But currently it's $50. You do Get My Specs. My guys email you a return label. You send in your best fitting ball. At the same time, when the ball comes in, we revive it. We resurface it in our Storm Factory machines that we have. We have a couple of those. We put new fingertips in, so we freshen your ball up, make it like new. I get your specs off of it, pitches, oval, all that stuff. If you have a JOPO or any kind of interchangeable thumb system, we figure all that out. If you want to go to that, we figure it out. And we drill your other ball. So that $50 covers the return label, the drilling of the ball, the reviving of your current ball, the new grips, and sending all of it back to you. So we get a lot of business from the West Coast. So we eat a lot of freight. So that's part of the reason why the price will be going. It's been $50 for as long as we've been doing it. But we realize that freight costs are, with the current economy, are changing, and we have to make a little modification. But we also get, I think this week we picked up 15 balls. So, but a lot of it is because people can't access. They want to get home and pick up their ball. It's today's world. Everybody wants everything now. So, they don't want to make plans to go to the shop and then, I got to come back and pick my ball up.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's been a really good service we've done. COVID was the best of it. We picked up, there was a couple of months of COVID in particular when the bowling centers were shut down. We picked up 500 plus customers for drilling. Oh my gosh. And many of them are still around because now is the easiest opportunity to send the ball in. Yeah. At the same time, my guys are going to call you. The last part of it is they will call you. The drillers will contact you. If you don't happen to, after they try a couple times, not take their call, they will send you an email. They will give you a list of questions about your bowling game and information. If you have a video of yourself bowling, that's the best shot he's thrown all day.
Oh, a smile.
That was really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they're going to talk to you about your bowling game.
Yeah.
If you have a video, we ask that you send a video in. If anything, if I watch the video, I'm going to give you maybe a tip of, hey, this is what you need to work on.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes into it, but we feel it's a service that is really tough in the bowling industry. Like I said, and shops closed. We get a lot. I got an email. I haven't replied back to a gentleman saying my local pro shop went out of business. Nobody ever came back in. I need to get ball work done. My friend said, this is where, yep. Yeah. So when I replied to him, the guy's like, hey, do you do thumb molds? Do you do it? We do everything. Yeah. Whatever you need done, we do it. So.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a shop or need a new shop, Buddies is open.
Yeah, and I tell people all the time, we're not trying to steal. I think, it's a competitive pro shop business is very competitive. I mean, it's a small niche group. I say small niche, like
Right.
you
Oh,
know,
it is.
it's
Yeah.
generally. I think what happened was, if you think about the pro shop world, it's always been. When I started out in it, it was like, this is your center, these
Yes.
are your customers.
Yeah.
Maybe you get a couple from the center down the street, but that's your base. And what Buddies did, and we were one of the first online places, so we started in 98, 99. We built a website, and I could tell you the intent wasn't to be what it is today. The intent originally was, hey, if we could sell a ball a week, we can make $200 profit. My apartment that I rented in the city and not a nice area was $300 a month. I could pay off my apartment rent, and I could have more money to go bowl tournaments. Honestly, that was the whole idea.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Brian Graham, who's big in the
Yes.
bowling industry
Yeah.
at that time, worked for Columbia 300 when they were in San Antonio. He was my sales rep. I went to college with Brian, and Brian said, first he told us we had to do it. And I
Yeah.
say we because there's a gentleman, Bill Gross, who works for Brunswick now too. He worked for my father, worked for me, and Bill was always had a really good mind to just figure things out. And Brian said, you guys need to do this, and you'll figure out how to do it. You'll figure it out. And I'm like, I don't know how you make money at this. Like, whatever is going to happen.
Right.
Well, either way, Brian.
See if Chase can pick this up here. Hang on. Let's
Yeah,
see.
this is a crazy
Yeah.
shot. He made a crazy washout the first game.
Oh,
And he got
so
everything but.
close. Chase is a great bowler too.
Yeah.
that
Chase
was
bowls the USA bowling tournaments
Yeah.
also.
175 for him. He finishes up. Okay,
Yeah.
keep going. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all right. But
Yeah.
Brian recommended
Yeah.
that we, he pretty much told us.
Oh, jeez. Oh, the foot turned. Someone kicked the foot of the banner, so my
We're-
banner was falling over.
Yeah, we were taking down the booth.
Yeah.
But real quick, Brian recommended, hey, you need to do this. And Christian just made the 410,
Let's go. Yeah.
10th frame. He doesn't know what frame it is, which is a good thing. I always think it's good if you don't know the frame.
Brandon Jr. Oh my gosh.
We laugh. When the two of them are together, it's great.
I'm gonna text Leslie and be like, I just met Brandon's brother. Jeez.
So yeah, but either way, Brian recommended. Oh, did we lose audio? Oh, it sounded like
No.
a drop.
Okay.
So Brian, either way, he recommended we do this, and then he hooked me up with a distributor who was going out of business up in Massachusetts, and we sold off all the stuff there. But it took a while, and I began to realize, man, there's a lot to this.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yeah,
you were
I think
right at
I think
the
it helped me
explosion of
started
the
when
internet, too.
we were at the beginning,
Yeah.
so we saw the incline of it, and then there have been peaks and valleys, but the intent was back to what I was saying originally. I think sometimes people feel like we're trying to steal your business. No, I don't go out. I don't really solicit. We don't send out things. We just
You're
if
here.
people want to come, we're here to help you.
Yeah.
We're not. We don't. I don't walk out on the lanes and go, you know what, your ball's drilled wrong.
Right.
They don't know what they're doing. Unless you come to me and you ask me questions, I'm not saying anything about it. I'm not approaching you.
Right.
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you like, you can go wherever you go. I'm gonna have
There's lots of great
there's
options out there.
yeah.
but
A young man came in during the break and he said, parents are like, we want you to look at his fit. I look at his fit. I go, where do you go? I go, look, they do really good work. I say, all right, for me, everything looks great. And then they were like, well, this other ball, I'm like, they was drilled somewhere else outside of that place.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm like, well, you should take that to him and ask him to fix it because he didn't drill it because they have
Yeah.
all your stuff and let him
Right.
fix it.
Right.
I'm not trying to.
Right. Yeah. No,
Not-
you're an expert advice. I mean, I think you are a good fitter. So if the
Yeah.
kids are here and they want
Yeah, I don't mind giving advice
Yeah.
to it, but my point was could I've been like, oh, you know what, your place doesn't know what.
Yeah.
And
no.
I feel like in the bowling industry that happens a lot. Like, oh,
it does. Yeah.
you don't know what you're doing. If you go down the street and they always say like bad thing about the other guy. We have local guys around us. You know what? They've been in business for a while. They must be doing something right.
Absolutely.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, no, and I think the real growth factor is new bowlers, right? We want new bowlers to join the sport.
Absolutely.
And honestly, younger people want to shop online. It's just the way that consumerism is gone. And so if there is that option available to people that
They want convenience.
exactly, right?
Yeah. I mean, we we were talking about we do a $10 drilling special for two-handers, and it blew up the internet.
Yeah, you caused a ruckus.
We caused a little bit of a ruckus, but my guys, it had nothing to do with me. My drillers and Packy, who is from the area here, and we sponsor. They just kept, for a couple of years, they were like, Chris, like the future is two-handed bowling. And I have nothing against two-handed bowling. To me, it's been the greatest thing in the world because in the last 15 years, because I believe without two-handed bowling, more centers would be closed than they're open. I believe that to this day. I believe Jason Belmonte, Oscar Palermo saved the sport of bowling. And people can go on here and start telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I have more young people walk in my store and go, when I used to drill balls, I'd never asked you if you bowl with two hands. We just fed you up. First question we ask you is, do you put your thumb in the ball? Yeah. I can tell you 90% of the people that walk in that have never bowled before don't put their thumb in the ball.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that those two guys, and I know Jason's the face of it, but Oscar was first.
He was.
And I know him, Jason, since he was 18. I bowled internationally. So the two of them are the face of it to me, both of them. That's why I bring up both of the names. Without them and what they've done, I don't know if this center would be open.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
Because
all these kids,
the kids, the league bowlers, because at some point they're our future.
Yeah.
And I don't care how you bowl.
Yeah.
I just want you to bowl.
Absolutely.
And I think I am an older generation bowler who obviously grew up with his thumb in the ball. To me, I don't care if you're left-handed, you're right-handed, I don't care if you throw the two-hand thing, whatever it is. Just if you're bowling, you're doing what we want.
Yeah. Well, I love it. And I think what you said, just come out and bowl, have some fun, right? That's what it is. That's what it's about.
That's what we want. I mean, it's a shame that, the two-handers get, from the older generation, they get, instead of, like I said, maybe if you were in, and I know there are some within the industry that don't, but I feel like if you work it and you see, at least from my side of it.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
I want this place to stay open.
Well,
I want every center to stay open.
Chris Prather and I were talking about earlier, like what Darren Tank did.
It's amazing.
Incredible. And people, I don't know if people made a big enough deal of what he did because
the amount of work that goes into that.
One-handed.
It was awesome.
And then
Team USA led Team USA 3 straight years.
Right. And then he stopped and said, "Okay, I'm going to start completely over," and won a title now, a regional and a national title.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
And I know people say it's easier.
Right.
I'm going to tell you what my father, and I say this to people all the time. My father, when I was in the 80s, if you were left-handed, generally speaking, you bowled better than a right-hander. Why? Because of how the lanes were. They didn't get stripped. I mean, there's many factors. But the left side of the lane for league bowling was way easier than the right side of the lane.
Yeah.
In most centers.
Sure.
So my father, and I feel like he taught me a lot of different things, but he'd be like, his answer always was, if it's so easy, then do it.
Yeah.
And that's my thing about two-handed. Don't complain about it.
Yeah,
if you think it's that easy, do it. And I coach my junior program.
Right.
I have no problem with two-handed bowling. I start them off with putting their thumb in or whatever. We watch them and do different things. So I do think there are some tricks a thumb bowler can do that a two-hander can. I do think there's tricks that a two-hander can do. Right. So it goes both ways. But if my point being is, if it's that easy, folks, just do it. I've tried it. I goof around with it. I'll go up and throw a shot for the kids once in a while.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen a video of it. I'm sure it's not very good, but my ball
Does yours actually hit the pins?
It just hooks off the lane.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've tried it.
I can't get any ball speed on it.
Yeah.
So here's one of my juniors, Eric Flink. He's one of my juniors. He's a two-hander. And Jacob Stango to the left. So we have a couple of our kids popping in. But yes, it's
hard.
It is. I think what perception is easy because yes, on the house shot, they can get left, they can open the lane up, and yes, does the ball hit the pins harder? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he still requires accuracy. Jason Belmonte is so damn accurate.
Yeah.
Jesper Svensson, I can tell you, I went to the Weber Cup one year with Parker.
Yeah.
When he bowled the Weber Cup one year. We all went as a family to watch. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's first time I ever saw Jesper in person. And they had the Specto.
Yeah.
And they showed the screen. And I still remember this. So Brandon and Justin must have been like right around 11, 12. And Jesper's line, as I'm using my finger here, Jesper's line and his 10 shots against Parker deviated by half an inch. Parker, who I think is, I'm not saying this because family, we got what we have. Because of that, I think he's the top 3. Because I think you got to throw Albee or Anthony and him. It just depends how you want to go.
Yeah.
Lefties of all time.
Yeah.
And Parker has made a living because he's accurate.
Yeah.
And his deviation was like, and I said to the boys, I go, we know your dad's awesome. You can't beat that.
Yeah. No, we can't.
You can't beat that accuracy and that power.
Right. No.
And the boys just looked at me. They go, never thought of it like that. I said, your dad is amazing.
Yeah.
He's missing by an inch and a half, if that.
Yeah, right.
And this guy is missing by half and has the biggest rev rate, ball speed, has everything.
Yeah.
He's not. So my point is, when you bowl league, yes, it's easy to get upset with the two-handers, and you go, oh, they create this, they do that. Well, you know what? There's a guy that puts his thumb in the ball, can put 500 revs on it too. But
well, and I think you can learn.
Accuracy is the key to the sport still.
Accuracy is great, and I think the perception too is how quick the kids get two-handed, or how good quickly the kids can get because
they're athletic.
Yeah, they're athletic, and your
flexible.
hands in the right position.
Yeah, they're flexible. I mean, I think that's why you don't see. I mean, we saw Walter Ray, who has done some, shot 300 two hands, but when you watch his form athletically, it doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to pick on him, but if you watch the kids, they all look smooth.
Yeah.
It's so, and I feel like obviously now we're about 15, 20 years into this now, they just keep getting better because the coaching / you look at Jason Monty, he's evolved from when he was 18, 19, which he was still really good.
Right.
And he bowled the mega bucks with us, and he won the one time at the high roller. But if you look at his style then to now, he's a lot slower approach, less forward body lean.
Yes.
So these things, I mean, if you look at his logo, he had a lot of body lean. Watch him now. He doesn't lean much. His body doesn't move.
Yeah.
And
it's the evolution of the game, right?
And that's my point. So he's figured out how to evolve. So now he's become the model.
Yes.
Him and Kyle Troop, when I tell my kids, I go, those are the two to watch, particularly Kyle. I think Kyle bowls like a one-hander with two hands.
Yeah.
His body never moves.
Yeah. Chris Fi's pretty good too.
Yeah. No, and Chris Fi, exactly. I know Chris very well, but But like I said, there's YouTube makes amazing content.
Amazing. So. Yeah, these kids are amazing.
And that's what they watch. I mean, my son and these kids, they watch that more. I don't think if you asked them what a TV show was, they wouldn't even know.
But that's Gary's joke. A few years ago, the kids would come up and ask us where the TV pair was. And, Gary being old school too, it's like, oh, we don't have a TV pair. And then it took him like 3 SYCs, and you realize, oh, their live stream is their TV.
It's all about
pair.
live stream.
Yeah, they don't. TV is YouTube to them. Like they don't know, and they've changed that too. I mean, these kids have changed everything. But we stream everything.
Content. I mean, Packy makes a good living at making content.
Right.
He's great at Darren Tang.
Yep. Yeah.
Brad and Kyle. We can go down the list of some of them, but those three right there have made a nice living, and they do great content. You have Inside Bowling, who does videos for coaching.
Yep. For sure.
So there's so much information out there, and that the kids can just weed through it and find something that clicks with them. I mean, Thomas Carter over here, which you're not really going to see him on camera, I don't think, but he's from Rhode Island, and Thomas throws the ball great. He's from up at East Providence, where you've had the SYC many times. He bowls Nebas.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so, and same with Kalen Cabral. Now Kalen puts his thumb in. He's over on lane 35.
Okay.
I'm just naming off some of the kids I know from the area, but yeah, I mean, and I watch like Kalen throw a ball with his thumb in, and I go, man, that kid throws it so good. Once he gets a little bigger in size, I don't want to be bowling Nebas then. I'll always bowl, but I mean, like, you see what the future is like, and like, better to keep winning now, and or at least competing at a high level, because there's Kalen just threw it on 35, but smooth as silk, young man with his thumb in there. And then, like I said, Thomas, solid, always solid, and it's, like I said, fun stuff. The kids are
really fun to watch.
It is, and that's why I enjoy like SYC is like, or even go on to like all the events. Like we flew down to Orlando just Christian bowled, but don't check it out. But yeah, I'm always just amazed when you go and you realize, man, the kids are so good in today's world of bowling.
Yeah,
and I think that's why you
weekend.
see the rookies win on tour.
For sure.
Like I've known Alex Horton for a long time. I think what's made the rookie class each year, and I think you're going to see this happen again, what's happened this past year, it'll just keep continuing because that group of kids like Alex and them pretty much only junior tournaments, I could say like PJBT in Pennsylvania, primarily only bowl on tougher patterns. And you see this throughout the country now. It's like kids, if they go to a tournament, you put out a house shot, they probably don't want to bowl.
No, yeah. Well, when you said your house shots all on Sports Shot, I thought the same thing because when you ask these kids, they would pick Sports Shot over house shots.
Yes.
Every day of the week.
Yeah, so I think when you see that, you realize that that's what doesn't shock me that 4 rookies or whatever won on tour this year so far. Because I feel like between college bowling, local, regional, whatever you want to call it, like a PJBT or any kind of DJBT here in New England, those events, and a lot of times, like particularly DJBT in this area, they make them impossible.
Yeah.
Is that the kids have, their learning curve when they get on tour is a lot less. They're not like I went on tour when I was 19, 20, part-time. It was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, because it's back before all that stuff. I mean,
Right.
when your local bowling center stripped the lane once a week.
Right,
I mean, and obviously it was a 10 to 10 shim down, run down the lane. But you had to go on tour to get your butt kicked to learn what to do.
Yeah.
Because even the regional level, back when I bowled, they just ran whatever the house ran, so it was a house shot. And once in a while we get a pattern.
Yeah.
And then finally, my second or third year with my card, bowling the East regions, they finally hired a lane man, and I still remember this to this day. The lane guy did the lanes at at our first regional of the year, and I bowled some tour stops, got my butt kicked, came home, worked on standing in front of the bar, turn, things like that. Went back to the regional, and I led by like 200-300 pins. It was a crazy amount of pins in qualifying because they ran one of those patterns.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
But now think about it. It took me that to get to there. They get that every week.
Yeah.
They can go into the local bowling center and say, hey, can you run me SYC medium pattern?
Right. Yeah.
And the bowling center has this Atlas or Flex machine, and they push the button. The machine does that and goes over and continues running the house shot.
100%. Yeah.
And those opportunities weren't there when I was a kid. And I just, like I said, I just think the progression will continue to be that these young bowlers that come along, they're not scared.
No.
They're not scared.
And
And
they
at the
have
same time,
TV appearances early on too. Junior Gold and
that's what I'm saying.
USA Bowling, like all those opportunities are great.
They bowl at a high stress level right away.
Yeah.
Which I think, and Eric from our junior program got the front 4 here.
Nice.
Is that they bowl at a high level already.
Yeah.
And they I feel like the pressure of them bowling compared to when I bowled JBT tournaments.
Right. It's totally different, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a different animal.
Yeah. All right, so the bowlers we are watching is we have Colton Adams, Jalen Hightower, Cody Beck-Jordan, Ryan Tarcio, Aaron Flink, and Matthew Wagner. And next door on 39 and 40, we have Kyle Yu, Brett Bates, Noah Magellan, Raiden Yu, Preston Botros, and Vinny Piccolo. So some local guys.
Yeah, so Vinny was on, Christian and Vinny bowled USA Bowling together with Nolan, who ran DC, and
What a
Stevie.
team. Yeah, Stevie Newton, yeah.
Stevie Newton, and like Bobby, I can't think of Bobby's last name. He doesn't really bowl any of this stuff.
Okay.
So last year they finished the match before the show. They lost to the champions. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And so they qualify again this year. Now Vinny's aged out, but Vinny,
Yeah.
I watched Vinny. Parker bowled, and I say about Parker, when Christian was about 5 or 6, we went to Pennsylvania, and Parker bowled with Vinny in an adult junior tournament. Christian and I bowled, and I was like, this kid's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah,
just
I
see it.
remember little Vinny. Yeah, he was totally into it too.
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key. Like every once in a while, you'll find the kids that are just like you can see them absorbing everything, and you're like, okay.
Oh, yeah. I wish that's what I hope my son would do. I think in his case where he's here almost every day.
Yeah, right. He's
It's
absorbing it. He's just absorbing a lot of it.
yeah, I tell people he like even here this morning I said that he needed more axis rotation on his ball. He needed more axis rotation on his ball, so he came back and I'm like, all right, let's try and just have like a conversation to see. Tell me if you know this. But what's axis rotation? He goes, oh, that's my ball goes this way. I was like, yep, you're right. And why do we put axis rotation? He goes, so he knew it. I was like, okay, all right, we're paying attention.
Yeah, yeah,
I figured I figured I was having a teaching moment and I didn't need to.
yeah. That's fun.
Nice spare. Oh, actually did make it with the backup ball.
Well, that's the we talked about the evolution, right? The backup ball.
Oh, the
that's
backup
come
ball,
around.
or let's take an axe or a mix and sand
right.
at like 360 or whatever they do, and
Yeah.
I was gonna say a surprise, like who came up with this idea all of a sudden out of the blue to sand a mix
I have no idea.
with like
I was watching a
like
tournament,
all right, the
I'm
mix has been made now for 10
Yeah.
years,
yeah,
and now suddenly we decide that it's okay that we sand it and throw it.
yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not a bad idea.
No.
My point is, how did we come up with this like 5-10 years when we had less oil in the lane?
I know. Yeah, what was it? Was it the Masters?
It was the Masters.
Yeah, and I'm watching and
Well,
I'm
it
like,
was-
is that a and then
It
some
started
of
the U.S. Open.
sparrows-
It started the
yeah.
U.S. Open on the one pattern.
Yeah.
And then they get to the Masters, and now everybody's doing it to every brand.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how did we? And I'm just like, all right,
Did we miss something? Yeah.
like how did we go a 10-year gap of not? I'm not saying nobody ever did it, but
Right.
now we got a whole field doing it.
Right. All of them. Yeah.
Yeah, not one or two guys. We got everybody, and they're going into local shops to buy them because they can't find stuff on the truck.
Yeah. Right.
Because
Literally.
the truck's not loaded with mixes, folks.
No. No.
You're lucky if it
It's-
has a case of them.
Yeah. No. That was.
Guys don't need to draw a new spare ball every week.
They don't. Yeah. Like once a year usually.
Yeah,
Something happens to it.
yeah, exactly. It better come back with a big gouge in it or something.
Yeah.
So I just found that
Chris,
to be
that's like, and
remarkable.
I'm sure you're the same way, but I always think of like Steve Plemkin, who he's held on to a spare ball
Oh, yeah.
forever because it feels right.
It's your putter. I don't play golf, but it's like I tell people all the time, it's your most important ball in your bag.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't feel right, but yeah, I have a white mix that's probably 3-4 years old. I don't even probably about 4. And literally when I went to go bowl the Senior World Series, I saw Tony Lanning at Ohio when I flew out there, and I'm like, I just need to ask, is that ball going to be legal do I need to draw a spare ball? Because I would have been disappointed to draw it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, but I'm like, okay, when I go to the Lucy, do I need to draw it? You send me the serial number, I'll let you know. Because I don't want to draw a new one.
Yeah, right.
I've been using this thing.
Right.
It's the
It's
tape.
hard.
The tape is right.
Right.
Everything is perfect.
Yep. It's when you have one that feels right. It's hard to switch them out.
Yep. So Eric here at front 5, and I think I said this to you before. This is not a good pair of lanes.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. So give us some little inside info on 30.
Generally speaking, now that's not going to hook.
No.
I already knew that when I got. So generally speaking, that wasn't a good shot, but also 38 when you get the ball anywhere near the gutter, it does not respond very well.
Okay.
I know on a short pattern might be not as noticeable.
There were some 2A10s. We had some 2A10s on
Yeah,
this
so
pair.
37 on your ball will hook back.
Okay.
37 is like a normal, fairly easy lane where, the track hooks, you have some friction off the gutter. You go to 38 and you're bowling regular house shot league, and your ball will stand up at the arrows, and you feel like, is the lane tighter, or is it because my ball hooked early? I have yet to still figure that out 30-some years later, but yeah. So when you bowl in a pattern where you really got to play outside the track,
Yeah.
your ball will hide your. If you just miss it a little bit, it will just go like we just saw. Unfortunately, Eric there, we put him on the spot.
Yeah.
2 bad shots there, but it's a very tricky pair. And then 39 and 40 is also a little wacky. 39 just hooks. It starts out, feels like they're the same, and it goes 39 just blows up quickly. And 40, same thing, outside of like 5, not usually very good. That's a pretty good shot. Keep it in front of him.
Yeah.
So 37 just really hooks in the track. We bowl a lot of the men's leagues like to bowl down here. Like if you throw them to the other end of the house, the low end, they'll have a mutiny. Scores really drop down. So they like to bowl here.
Yeah.
And there are guys that they bowl in these pairs on the house shot, and they bowl like it's no big deal. And I can bowl in this pair, and I do videos on this pair, and I can no chance. I might bowl good 1 week, and then next 3 weeks feel like 620s bowling 850.
Yeah, I know what that feels like.
Yeah. So it's where I think I was telling you, like Anna, she went to 41 and 42.
Yeah.
And she comes over to me and she's like, I'm like, how's it going, Anna? She goes, I'm on 41 and 42. What do you think? I'm like, oh, did you take a big step to the left? She goes, I did. I said, well, the problem is, Anna, you're on the short pattern. It don't matter how far you move because your ball can't get over to the other side.
Yeah.
She goes, you're right. It hasn't gotten over there yet, and I move every shot. And we bowl, and the reason I say it is we bowl our sport league on the split side. So if you're looking at the camera, you see the wall.
Yeah.
We call it the new bay. That bay, every single lane is different. So we bowl sport. I like to bowl sport league there because I think it makes it more challenging.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
At some point, I tell the kids when they join us, like Anna, she bowls with us, and I'll be like, if you haven't figured it out at some point, you're not really paying attention. So like usually we make the turn from one side. We move every game, like a tournament. So you flip around, you come to 41 and 2.
Yeah.
And automatically, usually everybody balls down, jumps left on 41, and you move left on 40. 42 also hooks, but not as much. And it's just funny. You just watch, and then you'll see like the other kids will get there or other people, and they don't move, and it's like. You hear everybody talking about it. You know what you need to do.
Right. Yeah.
And I say, so I always tell the kids this: when I go to 42 to 43, I play 43. One or two more boards hooked than 42. But when I go to 44, I move 7 boards right.
Oh wow.
No matter what pattern.
Yeah. 7 boards right.
And my eyes stay in the same spot.
Yeah.
In front of me. And then when you go to 45, 45 plays like 44, but 46 hooks more than 45. You go to 47, 48, 47. 47 is going to hook similar to 46, but 48, you get a ball right of 5, you're probably going to smack the 3-6 every time.
So kids, if you're listening and you bowled in the new bay.
Yeah, so when you get to the new bay on the long pattern, good luck to you.
You know, it's funny you say this because I was watching the long pattern yesterday in the new bay, and I'm like, this looks really hard.
Yeah,
it's going
to be interesting. And the long pattern, I feel like on the low end, is going to be brutal too, because the back of the lane does not like to hook down like 1 to 20 something. So when Christian and Ariana were moving through, I had Ariana change balls when she got to 31 and 32 or over there, 29, 30. And she was throwing the concept, and I'm like, oh, throw your eye on Max Pearl. And she looked at me, and I go, so when we had a lunch break, they were at the house. I go, this is what you kids don't know, and we're trying to teach you is you came from the tightest part of the building. You worked your way to the most hooking part. At the same time, you followed the older kids who are blowing the lanes apart.
Right.
So not only you're moving to the hooking bay, the more hooking section of the building, you also are following kids that are blowing up. So at some point, you don't need to be throwing your concepts or trying to control the lane. You need to figure out how to get your ball down the lane.
Yeah. For sure.
So it was interesting. She shot like a nice 2-something the last game. I'm like, this is the learning curve of bowling. I said, it's not you don't learn this in 3 years or whatever.
Right. It takes a while.
And once you think you got it,
changes.
It's part of learning a building and so many variables.
Well, and I think the format comes up a lot. We like the SYC because it's 3 blocks. We don't do squads because squads would throw a whole different wrench in it. Like the integrity of it, just would be a mess. And then, unlike Junior Gold, when you go to Junior Gold, you bowl in your own division, your own gender, in one house, and that's it. This one's all mixed together.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The theory is, all of this is preparation for a tournament like that, right?
Exactly.
It should be, these are hard. Or more difficult, or sometimes you get an easy cross or an easy follow, but then hopefully when you go to Junior Gold, you're like, this is a piece of cake, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like whenever you look at the patterns, like when I looked at the medium one, we practiced on it on Thursday night. We had a junior clinic. So I'm like, we'll just run that pattern for the junior clinic. And I practiced on the medium one, and I felt like it hooked a lot.
Yeah.
Like between 15 and 10.
Yeah.
I would have personally I threw urethane almost like where Eric is.
Okay.
And I thought they were pretty good. On the long pattern, I was shocked that the long pattern, the track, and I can see by looking at the pattern now that I see it, the track, like if you got the ball right around like 8, 9, 10, and if enough people play there, it hooks instantly. So I felt on the long pattern, and Prather was watching me bowl, we both agreed, old school bowling, I like to call it, throw it over your left foot and keep it in front of you. And you play that little hold you guys created in the middle.
Yeah.
But going to the right is not good.
Yeah, that's what I saw yesterday.
So if you could keep it over your left foot, you actually could play that hook spot that was created in the track. And then you played the hook hold.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's sometimes a missing thing that I feel like kids always look for hook. They don't look for hold.
Yes.
We're old school bowlers, like myself.
Yeah.
We look for left.
Right.
A little bit of right, because I'm going to throw it right anyway.
Yeah.
But where can I find hold and hook?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to rely. I always tell people I don't want to rely on the hook because the hook's going to be inconsistent. How do I get near the hook that I know when I have left, it's going to hold? And when I get it to the right, it's going to hook. But I don't want to rely on the hook every shot.
Right. No, you're right.
There are times you have to. Yes, there are times you have to rely on the hook. But so the long pattern, like I said, when we practiced on it, and I only bowled for a little bit, but I bowled after the kids had already bowled.
Yeah.
I felt like the pattern, when I tried to play inside of like 12, 13 and keep it in front of me, it went straight as an arrow. The ball smacked the 3-pin. And I was like, oh my God, they're really tight in there.
Yeah.
But then when I moved right and got near the track, it definitely stood up, and I was like, oh, you can just jam it in off there.
Anyone that's listening is getting a little sneak peek, or if they go back and listen later.
Yeah,
that'll be a good little tip.
Yeah, so 37, you can see the track just hooked dead instantly. He's like a little confused, like, oh, what just happened there?
Yeah.
Yep, that's all right, Doug. Good 9.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's how. It's even great working with like Chris Prather and those guys, and how they see it. Sometimes they'll be like, hey, what do you see? And I'll be like, oh, this. I was at the World Series for the first day with Chris, and he came back the one block, and he's like, hey, all right, so what do you see? What would you do? And I'm like, I would do this with the urethane. He did it. He bowled like a big game, but the next game he didn't have much, and he goes, what do you think? And he was talking, and he just took a ball, took a big step left, and just wheeled the lane. This is on the cheetah pattern.
Yeah.
And he throws like a 5-bagger, and he comes over to me. He's like, and as he comes back after each one, I go, well, I wouldn't have done that. I said, but there's a reason why you're bowling, and I'm back here.
Yeah.
He goes, well, the other thing wasn't really. He says, if I moved and I 2-8-10, I knew it wasn't going to work. But when it worked, I did it again. I said, you took a chance that I wouldn't have taken.
Yeah. No, it's been a minute since Chris Prather's never been to an SYC. So thank you for hosting so we could get him to come out here. Yeah. Because he is requested from the kids a lot, because some of the kids that still throw traditionally, as we say, or one-handed, they look up to like a Chris Prather and Andrew Anderson.
Yep. Two guys we have. Yep.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. And so, first of all, it's great to have him here, but I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I'm so impressed by how humble Chris Prather is.
Yes,
he will beat himself up.
Yes, I think that's the reason why he and I get along really well.
Exactly.
Because we don't like to toot our own horn very much.
You're not bragging. Nope.
We're very much like, oh, I stank today.
Yeah. Right.
Not very good. I got that right again. Hook a lot. All right, make the spare. Get a nice 220 here. And, but Chris, the knowledge he has and the communication. So he and I really have created a good relationship over the last, since we've sponsored him right when he won the playoffs. And I feel like we speak a very similar language of bowling. He also teaches me, but I feel like we can, because his father is an old school bowler.
Yeah.
We can communicate that way. So it's been really good. It's been great for me. It's been great for our business.
Eric left himself a hard
And
start
2-8,
here.
yeah. And like I said, if he, don't catch the corner of it because it's not going to get there. And that's what I'm talking about. You see how it just
yeah.
doesn't. That lane's like just really, really hard.
So
And the fact-
215
Still a great score.
Yeah,
I mean,
solid game. Not what he wanted, I'm sure.
yeah,
but
we have Jalen Hightower here who has
Yeah.
a chance at 2-0. To me, on this pair, on this really hard pattern, I guess going to go left.
yeah.
If
It's
you
8
can,
out of it, though.
yeah, if you can get over 200, you did really well on these couple patterns down here in this corner.
Yeah.
Nobody has any questions, right?
No, I've been watching it. Ricky Woods wanted to say
My
hello.
man Ricky,
Yeah, we
Tennessee
love
Ricky. I love Ricky.
Ricky's the best.
You want to talk about a really humble guy?
Yeah, no kidding. He worked in SYC for us. too,
He'll
yeah.
do anything for you
Yeah,
guys. He's been with Rotor Grip. He's been with me at Buddy's 20. I'd have to go look up in the computer system, but I'm going to say, what year are we in? 2026. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say 25 years. Ricky,
Oh,
if you want to confirm that. He's been with us with drilling. Like, he flew here. First time I remember he flew, his wife did work for a
Yeah.
bank, and so they were in
Okay.
Stanford, and she had to do like a visit. Came up, fitted. We've been working with Ricky, and he had some health issues there a couple years ago.
Yeah,
But the nicest people. Love Ricky to death.
yeah, they're awesome.
So, great. I'm glad
yeah,
to see
yeah,
Ricky's
Ricky was in
watching.
there. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have anything else. Someone did ask what game this is, and I think we're
I'll tell you up
game-
in the left corner, so they're getting ready to go to game 4.
Oh, perfect. I was off earlier. I thought it was game 3, and it was game 4. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I think after these guys wrap up, it looks like we might have a little break. So we'll take a little break.
Yeah.
We'll come back. We'll watch the striking continue. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Golden
like
here.
I said, they're on there, and I feel like they're just going to get harder because I feel like the thing is the
Yeah.
kids started out and they're afraid to migrate in, and now the point would probably be to make a big jump on a medium pattern is now to jump into like 25 probably
Yeah.
and throw a little weaker ball and just throw it toward the 3-pin. Don't try to go around the whole lane. Just try to trap the 3-pin with a little bit weaker ball here. But I feel like all of them have still stayed like right in the they're all in the track
they're
still.
trying to stay there.
Yeah, and like I said, it's easy for me to say watching, but now you can see him at third arrow with a urethane.
Oh no.
It's just so early.
Yeah. That was rough because that was on a turkey.
Yes. Yeah, he had a nice little run there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen any of them go left. And I don't mean left to like 30, sliding in the left gutter.
The 3-pin thought that you had earlier.
Yeah,
right?
just
Like,
get into like 20, 25 at the arrows and try and like soft handle. Like I think a Gremlin Tour X would be really good right now.
Yeah. That ball is sneaky good.
It is. I used it at the World Series on the medium pattern.
Yeah.
And when I say World Series, trust me, I didn't bowl the kids. I'm not that dumb.
I mean, these kids are gonna be bowling out there.
Yeah,
soon,
they'll be
so,
bowling
yeah,
with
really.
them.
Yeah.
I bowled the old guys one.
Guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chris and I were talking about the PBA 50 tour though, because that's a tough tour out there.
It is. It is. I when I go bowl those events, I don't bowl I don't have my card because that way Chris and I can bowl USBCs
Sure,
together.
Yeah.
To me, that's more important. I tell anybody when people, they go like even when I go bowl one stop,
Yeah.
pretty much everybody's like, "Oh, are you coming out more? We see you all year." To me, bowling USBCs is far more important than having my PBA card. I love bowling with Pack. So Packy's usually in the group. This year he's not, but he'll be back. So usually Packy and I are doubles partners. I get to bowl a team event with Prather. I want to bowl with my friends. I want to.
Right.
To me, that event, if I could ever win that, I've been lucky to be in the top 10 a few times.
Yeah.
If I could ever win, it would be a dream come true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And same with winning a PBA title of some sort. But that, I just love team bowling, that atmosphere, and it's that one time a year you have to get it right.
Yep. I agree. Yeah. That's
but-
how it is for women's for us. I
Yeah,
get it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
So we went to I bowled Lightning Strikes last year, made the cut, and then this year I bowled the World Series. But
Cool.
yeah, bowling. I tell people I'm not dumb. Those guys, as Parker said to me one time, we didn't forget how to bowl. Meaning the guys that are great, and he's right.
Yeah.
You think you have improved, and I think I've improved a lot compared to what I was in my 30s.
Right.
But
So did they.
they did, and they also didn't forget all that stuff that won them 30-some titles, or Barnes, 20-some titles.
Yeah.
Tom Hess, I think, I remember Tom from the Mega Buck days, and he was awesome then.
Yeah.
So I think in his case, he's turned 50, and he obviously won the Masters pre-50, but
Right.
he's parlayed it into a great PBA career of the seniors.
Yeah.
Tom Adcock, 60-something years old. He throws it. His ball goes down the lane like he's 35.
Agreed.
And the nicest guy in the world on top of
Yeah.
it. I crossed with him on the last day on the Petraglia pattern, and nice guy. I've never bowled with him. I obviously know who he is, but just I wouldn't think he's 60. I know he's 60 something because I know he's in the 60 and over division there. But he throws a ball unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So yeah, there's like that. How did Brad Angelo say to me? He said you have that core group of like 15 or so many people that they're here to win.
Right.
Then you have a core that's here. And he said, like, don't take us wrong, like yourself. And I said, I get it. They're here to cash.
Yeah.
Cash / you might be able to pop in.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
I'm 100% with that.
Yeah.
Then you have the others that are hoping that they can cash.
Yeah.
I get it. And I told him, I'm like, yeah, Brad, you're right. I don't come out here saying, man, I'm going to win.
Right.
Do I want to win? Absolutely.
Right.
That'd
Who
be
doesn't? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like to compete. But at the same time, I am a realist.
Yeah.
I used to tell people, they go, why don't you bowl on tour? Or why did you ever stop bowling on tour? I said, because I would be good for one day. They're good for 4 days.
Yeah. No.
I said,
it's a different. It's a lifestyle.
I said, so I could bowl good for one. Like the U.S. Open one year, I was second.
Yeah.
On the flat pattern, the old flat pattern thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it was a gradual drop. I stayed in the cashers, right? I got to but it was a slow, gradual drop to stay there. Yeah, like you said, I have an ego, but I don't have an ego. It's not hard to realize they're way better than me.
Sure. Yeah. No, I love it.
But I also like to see. I like to go bowl to see where I feel like I stand up to them, or have I improved in any way.
100%. Yeah, and a lot of these kids, some of them will go straight on to tour. Some of them will go to college. Some of them will get jobs. And the key is, like, you can always go bowl. Like, you can bowl the Masters. You can bowl regional, pop in. There's weekend warriors. Chris and I were talking earlier about, like, a PJ Haggerty type guy, right? Exceptional player.
Exceptional regional.
Right.
He bowls whatever those other things you guys have out there.
Yeah.
The champion. There's another scratch thing out your way that there's Storm sponsors.
Oh, yeah. We have the Northwest Tour and then, like, the Championship Bowl.
That one.
Yeah. So,
I've thought about trying to pop out to one of those one time. I'm like, it'd be cool to go bowl that.
Yeah, for sure.
But my point is, PJ's bowling all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's a weekend warrior.
Exactly. And he has a great job, so he's not going to leave that behind and go out on tour. But, he might pop out on the PBA 50 tour.
And they're coming.
Yeah.
I mean, there's guys I know that are coming, and I'm like, phew. I couldn't beat them when I was younger.
Right. I mean, he's got some time, but they keep coming every year. They keep getting older.
Mike Machuga this year.
Yeah, makes the show.
And I bowled next to him on the Petraglia, and I'm just sitting there watching. I go, God, he's still so good.
Yeah,
man.
We all were like, how do you know you're not going to make a show because he didn't have the shirts? We're like, you can make a show at
when
any
he
point.
wore his shirts during qualifying, I'm like, how's nobody stopping him?
Yeah.
I'm like looking, I'm like, man, there's a lot of logos there that I don't think are being paid for.
Yeah.
But it was all right. I mean, nobody's saying. But then when he made the thing, I saw his post about Jersey. But no, it's you have a guy like him just pops out this year. You have
There'll be more. Yeah.
You still
Andres Gomez is one of my favorite releases.
He's leading the Senior U.S. Open. When I just looked.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. I hadn't looked today, but
and a super nice guy on top of it again.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Andres, like I bowled next to him, same thing on the Petraglia, and Chris and I were just talking about it. Chris was, I guess, describing Andres' game a little bit to somebody, and I go, yep, the slow. I mean, I look up at his ball speed, he's like 3 miles or less than mine. He's like 13, not fast, but the slow grab.
Oh, it's so.
The fan, and he's bowled that way since the Mega Buck. Luckily, a lot of these guys that, if they didn't have their card, we all bowled Mega Bucks together when the high rollers were like the big thing, and so it's just neat to see. Or still be involved. You can still go bowl and still see these guys, Chad Nelsons and these guys that I grew up bowling with. And now we're in the 50s and we still get to compete together. I feel like when you bowl the senior tour, Nicholas, make your spare, buddy. All right. One of my juniors.
Yeah.
Nicholas is only bowling 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And he puts a lot of work in.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that. 2 years there.
Yeah. I think it's great when you probably have heard this, the senior tour is like more relaxed.
Yes.
Everybody's competitive.
Yep.
But it's more like the storytelling.
Yeah. I've heard about the barbecues, the famous
you're just reminiscing about like team challenge days, all these things you used to do, the high roller days. because a lot of us all bowled the high rollers.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's just really cool, like just to sit back and be like, hey, we're all together again.
Yeah.
It is fun. Like we at the World Series, we would go to lunch because you had a couple hour lunch break, and we would just a lot of storytelling.
Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing
Yeah.
us to Connecticut. Thanks for you
Absolutely.
Buddies added some scholarship money
Yeah, absolutely.
into the event. The kids thank you. We thank you.
We
but
love supporting bowling, so
we love it. Well,
it's as you guys do, obviously.
for sure. Yeah, no. And if you're in the area or if you are looking for a new pro shop, Buddies. What's your buddies.com? Buddies Pro Shop?
BuddiesProShop.com.
Buddies
The
Pro
place
Shop.
all bowlers shop.
Look at you. I love it. All right, we're going to play a quick commercial from Buddies, and then we'll be
thank
right
you.
back. I think they should be here soon. So
I'm going to sign off after this. Thank you very much for having me in.
Yeah.
And I do want to say thank you to Leanne and yourself and everybody, Mike Sinek, his wife, for coming here.
Yeah.
I love showcasing Nutmeg.
It's beautiful. Actually, yeah.
And I think we have a great facility, and just proud to be part of Storm Nation. Thank you very much for everything you guys do.
Thanks for hanging out with us for the weekend. And your wife, thanks to her, she threw us a
She
party
did amazing
last night.
yesterday.
She did unreal.
She did amazing. I didn't.
Yeah.
People kept the snack bar people and everybody be like, oh, they come in. I'm like, look, I'm not involved in this. This is her gig.
Yeah.
And I went out there at the end, and
she killed it.
She did kill it.
We
So thank you,
have done it without her.
Janine.
Yeah. So all right, cool. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna play a commercial, and we'll be back.
Bowling equipment. Whether you're a recreational and league bowler, or all the way up to a highly competitive bowler, or even the professionals, everybody needs bowling equipment. Buddies Pro Shop recognizes that not everyone has an experienced local pro shop near them. Something that you trust, someone that you know is going to get the job done every time. That's where we step in. Buddies is dedicated to making sure that we have the most competitive prices in the industry, as well as offering you the option of having high-level, experienced professional drilling to your front door. Whether you're looking for tape, cleaner, shoes, balls, bags, chamois, and extremely reduced prices on equipment, Buddies Pro Shop has you covered. And if you decide to use our industry-leading professional drilling services, you'll have myself or this guy use precise measuring tools to ensure that your ball gets the care it needs. That way you have a precise and exact fit every single time. So if you're looking for the best prices in the industry, or maybe you just need to change your drilling game, come on down to Nutmeg Bowl in Fairfield, Connecticut. Or you can check us out, BuddiesProShop.com, the place that's here for you, the bowler.
Am I super
Chris, we've
loud?
been talking for a long time and no one's heard us.
Oh, really?
We've been having a great conversation back here, guys. we were muted the whole time.
Oh, were we muted over there instead of over here? Oh, that's funny.
It's great.
Well, anyway, we talked about how my spare shooting was awful and things that I changed.
We were running down a 241 from Louis Cloud. Like, you should have been there.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Hope you enjoyed all the commentary you didn't get.
Oh, that was great. You know, I make one area a tournament, so that was it.
Yeah, there you go.
Done. All right.
Oh, you still have the little peanut.
I do. It's a little squishy. Someone left it, and I'm like, all right, I'll keep it. Was this yours?
Nope.
Did you leave it? No.
Not me.
Yeah, these squishy things. Have the guys out on tour have the squishy stress things yet?
They have the like square.
The Nitos
the
whatever.
Nitos or whatever. Yeah. I use a big old rice bucket.
Ah.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I started doing to help strengthen my wrist and my forearm. Honestly, it's basically shoulder down in one workout because it's all resistance in the rice. And you can use sand if you want even more resistance, but for me, it's easy enough to do the rice workout. I follow a couple different YouTube videos, and it takes about 7 to 10 minutes.
Huh. All right. All right. Well, what else do we need to cover? Well, we talked about all the bowlers. We introduced everyone.
Yeah, we literally.
We mentioned Trevor Mason.
Yeah. We were talking about all their accolades with Trevor having 14.
Yeah, 14 SYC titles, which, you know, we talked about this a lot over the years because sometimes we'll get comments on the champions photo because people like to comment. I don't know if you knew this. But
no clue.
They comment and say, like, oh, the same kids win every time. But what I like to remind people are, they go into different cities.
Yeah.
Different bowling centers most of the time. Yeah, we do revisit like Vegas, South Point. We'll go there. National Bowling Stadium, Myrtle Beach. But other than that, all new centers, different patterns.
Yeah.
Like it's tough to win.
There's also a reason that those kids are consistently winning is because they're consistent across multiple pairs and multiple patterns. They've worked their butts off. They've learned from their mistakes, and I think that whether they know it or not, right? Like what we were talking about earlier with the availability of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
I think that being able to manage yourself through the transition and all the different changes that happen in a block is one of the toughest parts of bowling because it's just a guess, right? So if you're able to bowl on all these different patterns and all these different centers and be successful, then you're managing the transition better than everybody else in the building. And that should not be looked down on. That should be applauded.
Right? You would think. So, and then you have tournaments like this, which do reward consistency. Team trials, junior gold, like all of those. Until, I should say junior gold until you get to match play, because then, you know, when you throw match play, anything can happen.
Yep.
But, well, I just put up the scores. U15 boys, which is what we're watching. Abe Monosmith, who's to the left, who was on a 279 pace, I think.
Yep.
He has bowled 232, 217, 257.
Yeah, as we mentioned it, I believe he wrapped a 7-pin.
Oh, that's the black cloud effect. You're welcome.
Yeah, but he's still got 250 out there.
Yeah, we didn't hurt him that bad.
Yeah, it was fine. He still threw it good.
Another consistent, Dawson Witt, 223, 220, 215.
Mm-hmm.
So those are our top two right now. Tyler Anderson's up there. He's plus 50. Aaron Odajebe, plus 39. And then Louis Cloud, who had the 241, he was in 5th. He had a rough start, but then he went 250, 214 for plus 30.
Yeah, so he's going to be 70 over with a game to go.
I would take that.
Absolutely.
Looks like Trevor Mason does need a good game here. He's had a little bit of a rough block.
Yeah, he had 130 the second game.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a peek at U18 boys on the mediums specifically. Kai Struthers is killing it.
253 average. Wow.
Yeah. Jonathan Duran, who's local here, 237 average. He's a lefty. Hayden Mitchell, 237 average. look at MJ, 245, 231, 213. There's some big scores out
Oh, yeah.
here.
There's 6, 7, 8, 9,
Oh, geez.
10, 11 bowlers that have had
Yeah.
200 or more every game.
Man.
And that's just in the top 20.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's look at total for U18. So Kai has pulled into the lead.
Yep.
Ben Linares pulled in onto second right now.
And he's leading by a lot, too.
He is leading by a lot, yeah. And Jonathan Durand averaging 229. Look at these averages.
Yeah, that I would not have guessed that the scores would have been that high.
Yeah, short pattern surprised us. That was the highest scoring short. But we need to look at our stats, but we believe it was the highest scoring short pattern in recent memory.
Yeah, are all the patterns typically around the 3-to-1 ratio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually. Now, I could sneak preview everyone. We have been talking to KEGEL because currently KEGEL creates a new pattern for every single tournament.
Sure.
But there's just not that much, there's
Right.
not that much variation in patterns. So we actually are looking at next year going to a consistent short, medium, and long pattern that we take to every center.
Yeah.
Just to make it a little, it's just tough, right? There's, we've heard sometimes the short pattern can be too easy in some houses or.
Sure.
So, yeah. But we're still working through that, and it's not totally decided, and we'll announce that at the end of the year. But
yeah. The other thing that you could do is change the oils as well. The oils that you use with the KEGEL machine, they obviously have so many different variations of oil. And one of the things that Sean Ryan did for tour was go through and figure out what the viscosities of all the different oils that we were using are. And he also tracked which bowling balls rolled the best on those different viscosities. Because, if you think of it this way, one of the oils that we bowled on was Terrain, which is super, super thick. It's I think it's like a 70 viscosity or something like that. And then, for example, Fire and Ice are the two probably most common ones.
Yeah.
They're around 40 viscosity.
Okay.
And then you can get as low as I think Prodigy. That might not be the KEGEL version, but there's one that gets down to 22 viscosity, which is basically like water.
Right.
And so if you think of the thick oils being like mud, it helps your ball slow down automatically.
Yeah.
And the ball, you would think, would get down the lane easier because it's, you're using a more there's more barrier between the ball and the lane, but it's actually acting as if you're trying to drive a car through mud, and it's slowing it down and making it hook earlier. Whereas on the thinner side, it's like ice, and it's just pushing the ball down the lane. So there's a lot of times where you can track it on tour as well. Oh, what kind of oil are they using? Oh, they're using ice. So the guys that typically throw it pretty hard aren't really bowling that well,
right?
Because their oil's carrying down faster, and they're not getting their ball to hook anymore. So then you can transfer over to the Fire oil, which doesn't really move down the lane that much. It actually feels like it kind of evaporates off the lane, and those people that typically throw it a little firmer tend to bowl a little bit better.
Yeah. So what Chris just said is a whole nother level of your game, but it is something that we encourage the kids. We had a kid. I don't know if he's bowled on the national tour yet. Carter Street. He goes to Wichita though.
Yeah. Junior Team USA bowler, pretty good. Yeah.
I remember he used to bowl SYCs. He won a couple. I don't remember how many titles, but I remember he came to an event once, and it was the first time ever that a kid had looked up the topography chart for the center.
Yeah.
He had researched which centers hosted big events.
That's awesome.
And so he knew, he's like, I'm going to go look it up. And then he had it. He printed it out. He brought it to the event, and he showed me. And I'm like, dude, you're ahead of it already.
Yeah, that's so smart.
Right. And so I think the kids, we encourage kids that are advancing, right? You've got your fundamentals, your physical game's really good. ask the bowling center, what oil do they use?
Yep.
Start tracking what oil you bowl well on, right?
Yep.
What oil machine are they using?
Yep.
Because that matters too, right? What type of lanes? Like, we know these are HPLs this
Yep.
weekend, right? Maybe you don't bowl well on HPLs yet, and you need to practice on those. So all of this stuff is just part of the game, right?
Exactly.
In golf, you study the greens, but in bowling, you have to study the lanes.
Yeah, and I will say the worst part about it is you don't know what to do until you've struggled on it, right?
Yeah.
And you can't make adjustments until after you've competed on it. So if you've never seen it before, it's like, it's kind of a guess, right? But there is enough information out there to where you can at least have a little bit of a game plan. Because when it comes to like the different oils and even like different lane surfaces, right? Like it's not so different now because very few bowling centers have newer lane surfaces.
Yeah.
Most all of them are pretty well used. A lot of league bowling, a lot of open play.
100%. Yeah.
But when it comes to different oils, like that dictates like what kind of bowling balls I'm going to throw. Like if I'm going to a really thick oil like terrain, I'm not going to throw a bowling ball that flares a whole lot. It doesn't matter if it's 35 mils of oil. Like, sure, that's going to allow me to use a little bit stronger bowling balls, but I'm typically going to try to get bowling balls that don't flare a lot, so that way it's not immediately digging into the lane.
Yeah.
I need it to kind of get it through that initial, sludge and try to save some of that energy for down lane. But then just on the other side, like we would always talk about like, oh, we're using Formula 20 whatever on tour when we use Brunswick machine. And we'd be like, okay, time to get out the balls that have the nano cover stocks, the stuff that really grips the lane because we need it to slow down.
Yeah.
And we would design our arsenals on tour based off of just the oil.
Well, and if you are bowling a lot of tournaments and it's not making sense, right? You're using the balls that should work. Go to the oil, right?
Yeah.
Think of the oil because that could be what you're missing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that people struggle with the most because you can't see it,
right?
And you can't feel it. You have to visualize where it is on the lane.
Right.
So if you don't really know like how to visualize that, the easiest thing you can do is get down eye level to the lane and see where the lines are. And a lot of places like here, where the lane surface hooks quite a bit, you can actually see the lines going down the lane from the foul line. And you can just see like, oh, okay, like I see the furthest line left is going through 17, right? You can adjust off of that to just say like, all right, like I know how far right to get it and I know how far left I need to be. And you can judge the angle off of that. And then it's about getting the right ball with the right amount of rotation on it.
Yeah. And kids at home, like an event like Junior Golds, they're going to bring in their own machines, probably their own oil. PBA events, they're doing that. But if you're just going to a local tournament or even the SYC, we currently don't bring in our own oil. We use whatever they have. You can call the bowling center.
Absolutely.
There's no like rule that says you can't. So if you call and ask, like, maybe ask for a mechanic or ask for someone that might know, and ask them, what lane machine do you use? What's the lane surface? What oil do you use? And I know these kids don't like to pick up the phone, but 3 questions is pretty useful. And
Absolutely. I mean, even for myself, like if I'm going to a regional, if I don't call ahead, the first thing I ask, because if I'm going to a regional, I'm probably driving.
Right.
The first thing I ask is, what kind of oil are we using? Right. I can see what the lane machine is.
They don't hide that.
Right. I can see what kind of lane surface we're on, but that is literally the first thing I'm asking is what kind of oil are we using?
I love it. Just more things, kids. If you thought you had it all figured out. Chris, we're entering the last game.
Yep.
We're number 10. I'm going to get our next pair keyed up so we can introduce some bowlers. So it looks like on 39 and 40, we have Alex Adams, Justin Arenas, Owen Bushway, Theo Trundle, Leo Racine, and Jacob Tirado.
All right.
And then we'll probably have a little gap on our 37 and 38 pair. Maybe not. Oh yeah, yeah, we will. Quick one though. They're in
Yeah,
the
just a
10th
little
grade.
bit.
Yeah,
They just finished over there.
they're striking. They're like, we want to get out of here.
It's dinner time. I'm ready to eat too.
Yeah, these kids, like, some of them haven't bowled 10 games in a day ever. If it's your first
Yeah.
event, and that's a lot. It's a lot of mental competition.
And my metabolism is a lot slower now than it was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine waking up early in the morning, bowling 5 games, going to lunch, coming back, bowling 5 more at this high of a level with this much competition. Like, I would have been ingesting like 3,000, 3,500 calories a day just to like try to feel like I keep my energy up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and you see kids kind of snacking between
Oh, yeah.
those granola bars. And
The parents with the little the fruit trays and the little snack packs and stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
yeah. Yeah, and it is a healthy balance. Bowling centers, we understand the cafe is important, but we need the cafes to start selling fruit. Let's get them.
That is one of the things that I've a lot of the tour stops that we've been going to now. Some of the newer bowling centers are selling and offering better options. Like
Yeah.
most everywhere, you can get like a grilled chicken wrap
Yeah.
or at least something that isn't like a super greasy cheeseburger or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
it's at least something that's not going to feel heavy on the stomach
Right.
and you feel
Slow.
Yeah,
Or
like-
the sugar spikes.
Right.
That's what you really want to avoid. too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's at least options, but we also it's also difficult in a bowling center it's not a restaurant.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not designed to be
Right.
somewhere that you can have like the healthiest meal
Right.
out there, but you can at least get an option of something that's not 1,500
Chicken tenders.
1,500 calories just by itself.
Yeah.
And I do love, one of my favorite meals is just some bowling center chicken tenders.
They're the best, aren't they?
Oh my God, they are so good.
I really like the grilled cheeses too, but
Yep.
again, not super conducive to the. But we had chicken wraps for lunch. We did
Yeah.
the grilled chicken wraps, and they were delicious. So
Yeah.
there are some options, and their breakfast options are great too. I did appreciate that for the kids.
And that's another thing that like my generation didn't really do is there's obviously a handful of them where like Chris Vi,
Yeah.
Marshall, Kent, like guys that really wanted to take care of themselves and eat fairly well. Like I
Right.
think Chris works out enough to where like he can eat whatever he wants and it doesn't matter.
Right.
But the kids nowadays are taking better care of their bodies. They're working
Protein,
out.
yeah.
They're tracking a lot of that because they understand that like I have to be physically well so that way I can perform at my best.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, because we talked earlier about how much the game has changed, but that's a big way that the game has changed. It's all speed and power. And
Right.
You have to be in shape to do that.
You have to be physically fit to be able to do it. And even like you can look at like I would consider myself slightly overweight for like my size. But even like if you look at guys from like the 90s, I'm 5'10" and I'm 195 pounds. Like there was a lot of guys back in the day that were 5'10" and 250.
100%.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you watch some of the old TV shows. And
Right.
It's just not the same. Yeah. But and I think that your generation really did, like yourself and Chris, and you guys started it, right?
Yeah.
Like they were the ones that weren't hanging out in the bars after bowling. You were going to the gym and eating healthy. And,
I think really what it was is we started seeing all of the people that we looked up to starting to get like injured and they couldn't bowl.
Right.
They started moving a lot slower and in my head I'm like I want to be able to bowl for as long as I possibly can at a high level. And I just love seeing that the kids in today's game are treating it as if it's any other sport. They do the training, they do the physical training really, and they're also focusing on the mental side of it.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, when we do the evolution Zoom calls, they're always asking like, what should we do to work out, like, which is great because when you're a kid, just getting in the gym is key, right?
Yeah.
And learning to stretch, like that was the one thing that I'm not sure that we learned all that well was the stretching either, like dynamic stretching, like jumping jacks before the tournament start. I don't see a lot of kids doing it, but every once in a while you will see a group that start doing their dynamic stretching just to get warmed up because that helps you. I heard someone saying earlier, like instead of feeling warm halfway through practice, they're ready to go immediately, which is key.
And that I've actually changed that about myself. Is I'll get to the bowling center an extra 20 minutes early, or if I wake up early enough. I love my sleep. I will admit, I love sleeping.
Yeah.
But if I wake up early enough and get out of bed, I'll warm up at my hotel or in the B&B just because, like, for myself, it does take me, like, a while to actually throw a full shot. If I'm wasting the first 3-4 minutes of practice, we only get 10.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm wasting half of my practice just trying to get loose, like, and I don't throw my first full speed shot until 3 minutes left of practice, like I've wasted all that time.
Yeah.
And
you really can't see what the ball's doing.
Yeah. And on top of that, I can't break the pair down
True.
for myself
Right.
to try to bowl as high a score as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So like, and that's another huge thing staying with Chris and Darren is both of them are very like, let's get ready to bowl, let's prep, let's stretch, let's take care of ourselves. That's been very instrumental in just my back half of the season and being successful because like you said, I feel ready to bowl when it's time to bowl.
Which is
I'm
great.
not trying to like, you know what, hands a little tight, form's a little tight. I gotta loosen that up. I'm already ready to go, and I'm not throwing full shots, but I'm throwing like 60 percenters.
Yeah.
Just as we start, whereas before it was quite literally just dumping it onto the lane,
Right,
like it's
right.
going 8 miles an hour.
Absolutely. Yeah, Darren was joking with us one time, but it wasn't really a joke. He came to Storm and he was doing some videos, and he's like, I have like a 30-minute warm up.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, you don't. He has a
He
30-minute
does.
warm up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, it's and it has evolved over time, but it's the best way to take care of yourself. All right, so we do have some new bowlers. We got Jake Lau, Cameron Morton, Steven Onicello, Mel Sim, Eli Ankner, and Jameer Campbell. And Eli is up. Eli has gotten tall over the years.
Yeah.
He's a tall one.
It's always kind of funny to you meet a kid and then you see him a year or two later and he's a foot taller, and it's like, kid, go play another sport. You're 6'4".
Right. Have you heard of basketball? Yeah.
But the great part about bowling is that you don't have to be the most athletic. Obviously, athleticism helps.
Right.
But you don't have to be the most athletic person to be great at bowling.
Right.
Whereas all the other sports, you need to have like elite athleticism.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and the rosters are tight on bowling, but some of the like basketball teams and volleyball teams, soccer teams, like not all of them take a lot of players, so.
Everyone's accepted in the bowling world.
It is, yeah. MJ just throws it so good.
He does.
Yeah.
The thing that I like about MJ is he is very willing to ask questions.
Yes.
He showed up to the Q&A, and the last time that I was here, we did a little Q&A, and he asked questions then as well.
Yeah. He's the first on our Evolution Zoom calls to ask a question, too.
Yeah.
And he will not, like, we give the kids the option, because we know every kid's different. You can either type it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and get called on. He 100% of the time will raise his hand and then ask the question in person,
Right.
which is, I think it's cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
And I love asking questions. That's like, if I don't know something, I'm gonna find somebody that I think knows the answer, and if they don't know, then I'm gonna ask somebody else. So the fact that a young man like MJ is just so willing to be like, I don't know this. I'm not gonna allow ego or anything to get in the way. I'm gonna figure out what the answer is very, very impressive. So
For sure.
anytime I see him bowling well, I'm like, yeah, you deserve it because you're willing to learn and you're going out of your way to figure it out.
For sure, yeah.
See?
Yeah, he just came up to the booth and he said, Chris, can I ask you a question?
I low-key wanted them to hear that, but it's all
Oh,
right.
sorry.
No, you're fine. MJ just came over and asked me like what I would do in this situation, and I've only watched him throw one shot, but he said he just bowled 140, so he was coming over to ask like, what would you do? Like,
Yeah.
how would you play him? So we're gonna see what happens. He just two-pinned with this hyperdrive pearl, so I told him, I was like, don't move left or right, just feel like you're giving it time to hook because there's been a bunch of urethane go down the lane.
Yeah.
So just see what happens. If this four pins, I'm literally talking it into existence because I told him, I was like, it might four pin, which is fine.
Right.
At least it's reading the lane and you can move left off of it. So we'll see what happens. It could get six to the middle. I have no idea.
Yeah. And for anyone at home watching or listening, the players are totally accessible.
Uh-oh.
Like, oh dear. Whoa.
Hey, but look at that. Honestly, I thought that was missing the head pin to the right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But if you see a player at an SYC, feel free to go and ask them. Like,
Dude, I love
hey,
answering questions.
What would you do if you were me? And you might, like you did, you might have follow up for questions for him, and might have to see him throw a couple shots. But don't feel like you can't talk to them.
That is probably my favorite thing, is answering people's questions. Like, if you're curious about anything, it doesn't matter if it's just about me as a person or bowling in general. Like, I love trying to help people get better. And I, like, when I was injured, I was like, all right, what can I do to, like, if I don't heal it, all this other stuff. So I started like trying to figure out like, how could I help people? How could I become a coach? How can I, become a ball rep? That honestly, becoming a ball rep, not really an option for me, because I would if I got talked to like some of the players talked to ball reps, we'd be fighting.
Yeah. I think they've seen that on Board to Bowl. If they've watched an episode, they understand what you mean.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, like,
you'll get it.
You'll understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's when we do these Q&As, like, I'll also, like, I'd tell them off the rip, like, if Leanne wasn't up there asking questions, I would have just picked up a chair, sat right there on the approach, and I would have been like, I am willing to sit here in awkward silence with all of you until someone asks a question, because it does not bother me at all.
Which, if you've been, we've had some Q&As where there has been no questions, and that's good. Yeah, that's great. Cause
and I'm very
eventually they'll come around.
Yeah, and the other thing that I like to do is if the kids don't ask questions, I know the parents will, because I'm closer to their age. They you know.
I know, isn't it scary? When did that happen?
I know, right?
When did we get closer to the parents' age? I mean, you are going to be a parent, so.
Like, there's a couple of the kids here that like I think they're either here with their mom or their dad or whatever. But I'm looking at them like we are the same age. Like we graduated high school at the same time.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. It's rough.
So it's but the parents don't have that like social anxiety.
No, they don't.
So they're much more willing to just ask a question.
And I feel like our generation of parents are cool. Like we're cool kids. We'll keep telling you we're cool, so don't worry.
Yeah, I can't wait for my daughter to start listening to. Oh, get out! Ooh, that's so close. I think that lane might just be a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for my daughter to start listening to like 90s rock and some punk rock and stuff, and we're just gonna be jamming out together. And she's all her little friends are gonna be like, "Why do you listen to that?"
There's a TikTok video of a mom that her son is in the back seat and they are listening to all the early 2000s. I'm like, this is fantastic. Like that's what you should be doing right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
How funny is that?
It's insane.
How funny. We literally just started talking about MJ asking questions. He comes over here.
Right. I mean, it's so MJ though.
Yeah,
it really is. Like, and he's one of those kids. Like, he's an open book.
Yep.
Like, he really will absorb everything, which is what you want a kid to do.
Yep. And it's just it's refreshing.
Yeah,
it really is.
For
like
sure.
If I find it when I was a kid, like you didn't want to be like anybody else. You wanted to be your own person and everything like that. Like if you were to if I could tell every kid listening and every kid here to take something from someone else, ask questions like MJ. That is. Because you don't know if you don't ask, right? It doesn't matter what it is. A bowling ball, an autograph, help. Like, I don't think I could keep up. But if every kid in here asked me for help, I would go and I would watch them bowl and I would do my best to help them.
Yeah.
Just because they had the willingness to ask for help.
I love that.
And they might not even need the help. They just might want it.
Yeah.
Right?
I think sometimes the kids are, like, they're both shy and I think they're afraid to ask questions sometimes. Like, they think they should know more. At least when I was a kid, I always thought I should know more than I did know.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, looking back on it, I'm like, I was exactly where I needed to be. And I didn't appreciate, like, oh, this is my time to learn. Right? Like, everyone's at their own pace, and if you don't know things, this is the time to learn it. So, don't feel like you should be further along and you don't want to ask a question, because probably someone in the room has the same question.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have 2 flat dimes here by MJ.
And what are you gonna do next?
If it was me bowling, I would throw a symmetrical ball.
Okay.
Just because the asymmetry looks like it's making it go kind of forward. The first one, the one in the third frame over here on the right, he got right super quick, so it really stood up. It got high enough on the headpin. This one kind of like you could see it like want to pick up, and then it just kind of quit. So that's what I would change. I haven't watched this Bionic go down the lane at all. But obviously, our games are totally different.
Right.
But if it was me, I would throw a Bionic just because I I think that it's one of the best balls we've made.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. I think you should throw a symmetrical ball because the asymmetry is making it go forward. I didn't get to watch the Bionic go down the lane, but do you have something that's like in that same range of hyperdrive, or because the other option would be a little bit more rotation, still that same slow ball speed with the Bionic, but just a little bit more rotation because it has that hybrid or whatever. I don't think you need to get steeper because I honestly think that the only reason it hooked on the right lane that first time was because it's so responsive, and as soon as you got it down the lane, that asymmetry took over and it made it go really forward, right? So what other symmetrical ball do you have? Yeah. So what balls do you have? Nah, that's too clean. I would love to see that Bionic with just a little bit more axis rotation in that. Yeah, just yeah. You did just bowl 140, so what do you have to lose? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, he's gonna switch to the Bionic, add a little bit of axis rotation, see if we can get it to hook in all the oil down lane here.
Jameer here is having a really great game.
Yeah, I got you.
And I talk about it, and then he misses the head pin. So
Hey, it happens.
I joke that really you want me to not see your string of strikes, so I don't talk about it. Like you just want to be under the radar.
Yeah, this honestly could do one of two things. It could look amazing, or it could look just a little bit smoother. There we go. Look at that.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, because there's so much oil down the lane, your miss is probably going to be a flat 10. But with that added rotation, it's going to save a little bit more energy to try to get that 6 off the wall like on that shot. As long as your ball speed is good, it should roll off of it every single time. It'll just be whether or not the 10 falls, honestly. But when you see that, like, that's how I switch from, like, asim to symmetric. Like, if my symmetric ball starts, like, half 10ing or just feeling like it's getting too far down the lane, I'll go to an asymmetric ball because those balls naturally want to start reading the lane faster. And then let's say you go to that asymmetric ball and it looks really, really good, and then all of a sudden it starts flat 10ing again. I can go back to a symmetric ball because the symmetric balls are naturally going to want to continue to hook more. The asymmetries want to go forward. So you can easily go back and forth. Yeah, exactly. But you have to know what to look for.
So if I were to go back and go symmetric
Mm-hmm. That's similar to the Hyperdrive Pearl or just any of them? Okay. You already have a Phase 2 Pearl. I personally like Rockstar Amped a little bit more, just because it has a little bit quicker cover to it. The other thing that you could do that you and the rest of the people listening right now are going to hear, the thing that's like sneaky good is you take a Bionic. How strong is that Bionic drilled? Yeah. So drill one like 5 1/4, and I would do like a 5 1/4, and then like a 2, maybe 1 3/4 buffer from your valve. Hit it with 500 and then put compound on top of it. It'll hook 7 more than that one down lane. Okay, and then that'll be your symmetric pearl.
I'm looking back to write that down.
I got you.
I love it. sneaky advice.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite things to do on like those hybrid solid cover stocks because it makes them roll like a completely different ball that it's just something that I've learned over the couple years on tour.
The Bionic is a really good ball. I mean, you guys loved it out on tour.
I don't like. I've never been one of those guys that's like ball of the year or anything like that. But Bionic is ball of the year for me because it feels like a phase 2 from like 2017.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I drilled one and I was like, oh, I love this. Wow.
Nice. Here we go. You can see like it's super, super tight down lane, but had he thrown that asymmetric ball, it would have just flat 10 again because it's getting so forward. Yeah, it was a little spinny, but that's the difference right there. Like if you would have thrown an asym ball, you probably would have missed the headpin. Yeah, it wouldn't have continued to hook. So, yeah, you got it. See kids and parents, ask questions. We just helped MJ significantly.
Right.
In my opinion.
And now he's gonna take some notes. He's gonna
take notes, people.
go back, right? Like I love that. He's like, I need to go get a pen and write it down.
Yep.
All right, so for those watching, we have about 3 frames left, four frames on this pair.
Yeah.
We will be wrapping up today, but we have 5 more games tomorrow morning before we can crown a Connecticut champion, the first ever Connecticut champions. We've never been to Connecticut.
Right.
So we'll do that in the morning, but and I think we start at 10 a.m. We give the parents a little extra hour tomorrow. People have to check out of their hotel rooms.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kinds of
Yep.
travel. You know, it is Memorial Day weekend, so some are taking the Monday, but still some are driving tomorrow night. So we do want to thank the families for choosing to spend the weekend at the SYC.
This brother's even got a whole notebook. All right.
Look, it's an SYC notebook. We give them notebooks,
Yeah.
hoping they'll take notes.
No, I told him I would.
See, if I didn't have Blair to allow me to ask
Yeah.
So how'd you find out that Bionic was what you had to do?
It was just an experiment. I had drilled one on tour to be a weaker version of the one that I liked because I have one that's pretty much exactly like yours. It's a 4x2, and it just as I move left, it's still really good, but it forces me to have too much rotation for the angles that I'm trying to play. So I drilled a weaker one, and it just it read just a couple feet too early. So I was like, let me just throw some shine on it. And now it's like as soon as I move left of 20 and I feel like they're a little tight down lane, this ball just curves and it just keeps curving. It like the go-to for me. Yeah.
So Jake gets one to go. Jake Lau is actually a freshman at Shrine University. He has one of those awesome birthdays where you can bowl an extra year because you turn 18 after August. So he has the college experience and gets to come out and tackle some SYCs. Shrine is where Hope Gramley went to coach.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever coach college? Would that be on your? I know it's tough because you're still competing. Like the PBA tour doesn't really work schedule wise currently.
Yeah, I think there we go. Nice. I think that I would be, I would be too nervous absolutely. Too nervous to like break a child's spirit, kind of like, because I'm very blunt.
Yeah, so is Sean Ryan, though. He's going.
Yeah, but
I love Sean Ryan.
yeah,
Sean,
I-
if you're watching,
he
he knows.
he is very, very blunt.
Yeah.
But he's also not worried about hurting somebody's feelings.
Yeah,
right.
true. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
am,
gotcha.
and I think
Okay.
that's the difference. Is like, I would say it respectfully,
Right.
Like if somebody's like working on something, I'd be like, all right, let's focus a little bit more because these haven't been what we're looking for.
Right.
Right. And then if someone walks off the approach and is like, wow, that I could feel the difference, I would be like, it was better, but it still wasn't what we were looking for. Like in my head, if I heard that as a kid, I'd be like, all right, well, I'm not good enough. Like I just
done.
can't do
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but that, it would take some work on my end to be able to word things in a way that is both constructive but also straightforward.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because how I talk to myself is honestly how I talk to other people. That conversation that I just had with MJ, I do wish that
The original one. Yeah. Sorry.
like no, you're fine, because it was me asking like, what ball are you throwing? What other balls do you have?
Right.
This is my suggestion, right? And to me, that builds confidence of like, this is the reason I'm suggesting it, and it allows people to just go through and be like, you know what, I believe that this is going to work. When you believe in it, it's a lot easier for people to throw really, really good shots. But it's also a testament. That was awesome. Yeah. It's also a testament to MJ's ability to be able to be like, oh, I understand what he's saying and I can go and do it.
Right. Well, and for him, like, yeah, you told him something. He went up, he struck. You didn't think it was a good shot. I don't think he probably didn't think it was a good shot either. He played it off, right?
Yeah.
Then he had 2 additional shots that were 9s. He could have kept going.
Yeah.
But he came back. He's like, what did you think? And then he made the change, and now he's got a 4-bagger.
Exactly.
Like, all of those are decisions.
And it's progressively looked better because he's believing in it more.
Right.
But yeah, I've thought about coaching college, and in my opinion, at the college level, it is about coaching the individuals, but it's also about managing the emotions of everyone all at the same time.
Yeah.
And I really don't know if I'm the type of person that could do that.
Right.
I really enjoy coming out in my role as I am now, where I can do some clinics and I can help people get better and provide information. But when I would, like the thought of having a dozen or 2 dozen people really relying on me for them to perform and get better and leading the cause, I don't know if I could personally do that.
All right, that's fair. I was not joking, but I was saying how impressed I was earlier. I'm like, you're so humble. Like, I love it.
And it's like, really like I wasn't always this way. It took years of beating, like getting beat on tour for me to be like, all right, I'm not that guy. Like I am sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
And like I was saying earlier, like I don't see a whole lot of ego out here. Right. And even from the people that are consistently winning, like these kids are like understanding that I've earned this victory, but that doesn't guarantee me the next one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
I'm also going to thank MJ for making me look good.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
Because he came over. I don't know if anybody in the chat picked it up, but he came over and was talking about it being all ball rep, and I can guarantee you it is not at all. It is.
Yeah.
It is simply a conversation of like, this is what I think, and it's totally up to the bowler.
100%. Oh no, 100%.
Oh,
yeah. That was rough.
Yeah, and that just wasn't enough angle.
Yeah. To your point, totally. Like the bowler has to be open to it, right? Because even on tour, I've heard some of the reps will tell us like there's just some bowlers that it doesn't matter what you tell them, it's not going to work because they just never sign on to the thought of it. They have to get to it.
Yep.
Like, and you see that with kids. Like, it was funny. We were talking about Christian earlier, and I'm not picking on you, Christian.
That's firm.
But Christian Forey was bowling, and he was.
He threw it 100.
He pointed to himself. He knew. But Christian was kind of getting a little toot going, like you will when you're under 15.
Absolutely.
Right? And so Chris had mentioned a ball change. Christian
didn't want to do it.
Did not want to do it.
Zero chance he wanted to throw it.
Right. And so then he goes up and it doesn't work. And he goes up again, doesn't work. Then he takes it off like it's the ball. That's the problem. Yeah. It's like when Chris is in the booth, he's like, yeah, that's great. We went back to the other ball. Yep.
And that whenever one of the things that I do truly believe is, like, from a parent side of it, if you're helping your child, it has to be a suggestion. It can't be a do this. Right. Because if they're going to feel so much more gratification towards you for the help, and also satisfaction in their ability to figure it out if they feel like they got there on their own, right? And if it's a suggestion, you're working together, right? If you're telling them what to do, it's a player coach scenario instead of a parent helping their son or daughter, and it can be a combative experience, right?
100%, yeah.
So 225 on a game that, like, starting out, like, he would have had to have thrown in some really, really good shots to get to that. So, but moving forward, at least he's going to have that knowledge to be like, hey, when it gets tight down lane, I can just throw the ball slower, add some rotation.
Right. Cameron here getting a little hit there for a double. That was pretty big for him, actually.
Bowling 230 this last game. He's been he has been chirping at me a little bit, and I'm like, brother, you're bowling 240. Why do you need help?
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah, he is good.
Yeah, all these guys, we had some inopportune splits, but this was a solid end.
Absolutely, yeah. And what Chris was saying earlier about the pair not being that easy, it really hasn't been.
Yeah.
So all of these kids bowling these good scores on it, a little bit of a testament to them.
238.
Mm-hmm. Going to be the high game on the pair.
Yeah. He doesn't seem very happy about it.
What was other games, though?
Let's look. Uh, 181, 212, 192, 171. Yeah.
So he'll finish 4 under on the day, or 5 under,
which is a good comeback.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's at total. He was plus 29 overall.
Yeah, so he'll be 25 over going into the last block tomorrow. So still an opportunity to bowl well.
Yeah. Well, you haven't been here, so you don't know our special Sunday.
I don't.
Okay, so Sunday, you'll like this.
Okay.
I think you'll like this. PBA Junior, we've worked with them for a couple years, and they wanted to add a scholarship, and our scholarship is based on overall totals.
Okay.
So even if you medal, you're not necessarily guaranteed a scholarship. Sunday morning, we have the PBA Never Give Up scholarship. So the high bowler in each division is given a scholarship, no matter how you bowl. So you could have really bad short, really bad medium, have a great gold, and still take home some scholarship money. So it's trying to teach the kids, hey, you could have a bad tournament, but come out and still try on Sunday, right? And we've had kids that have had a rough go, and,
days,
and they come and bowl great.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that, because realistically, they are bowling 3 separate tournaments.
Yeah.
And now they're bowling 4.
Right.
So it's like, even if you if you're terrible on short, like when I was a kid, it would be hard pressed for me to, if I didn't win on something shorter than 38 feet, I would be really disappointed in myself. But if I cashed in something over 42 feet, I would be like, oh my God, like that was such a great day.
Right.
And so like for me, the long patterns were the real struggle. And so anytime that you have something like that where it's like, hey, you still have the opportunity to earn something. Like, I think it's a good way to keep kids involved for the entire weekend and not just be like, oh, my first, I had 100 under the first block. Like, I'm done.
Out. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. No, you're not. You still got time. So, Well, Chris, thanks so much for spending the weekend with us. You'll be back again tomorrow morning.
Yep.
We'll get you in the booth for a couple games, and we'll get to crown some champions.
I'm super excited for it. And honestly, if I was in the booth for the entire time, I'd be totally fine with that.
All right, cool.
I could talk to you the entire time.
You have a guaranteed seat for 5 games.
Perfect. That is exactly what I want. I need the seat.
Good deal.
My old knees are hurting.
All right, folks, we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And parents, if you're watching it back, we appreciate you spending the weekend with us too, and happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, happy Memorial Day. We'll see you later.
You've been watching the 2026 SYC Connecticut. The SYC Connecticut would not be possible without the generous donations from our sponsors: Storm Bowling, Cool Wick, PBA Junior, KEGEL, Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Shoes, Ray's Eyewear, Ballard's Bowling Academy, Master Industries, Quality Respite and Home Care, and by TD Transportation. Special thanks to the official scoring system of the Storm Youth Championships, Bowlmetrics. The preceding was produced exclusively by Storm Bowling. For more information on upcoming events and more, please visit stormbowling.com. Once again, thanks for watching.